for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
There we are, back live again to the Tom. Well, hello. The Kramers are in the house doing a little shopping. Long time no see. Down here in God's country. Haven't seen those guys in late. Awesome. You guys ain't changed a lick. Swing by, please do. Awesome. You guys haven't changed a bit. What's down here in this water? You ain't changed a bit. Yeah. That's good. The Kramers are here. That is really cool. Winter shopping. Get ready for the Midnight Madness sale. And we've got my man here with us. Of course, you see him on the screen, Food City Store Manager Jason Horton. Thanks again to Jeremiah Clark getting us through a little glitch, but we're de-glitched and rocking and rolling. So, morning, sir. How are you?
So far, so good. We're getting ready for a crazy day. You know, this was just the icing on the cake to have you come to Hawkins County. I didn't know you could get away from Tommy and Mark, so I'm really honored to have you with me.
Tommy in Clinchfield and Mark, of course, up on Eastman Road, and we're down here in Hawkins County. I love it. It's good people. It's God's country down here.
It is. They're great customers.
Yeah, great customers, and it's going to be for good reason. This place getting ready to get cranked up, as it will all Food Cities. It's Midnight Madness sale today. Starts at noon and goes all the way through tonight while supplies last until store closing tonight. And so, again, jump in there and go. We got all kinds of specials. Tell me about it.
Yeah, back in the meat department, we have several great deals on the boneless pork loin, and this is per pound price on the pork loin, so it's $1.99 a pound, and that is, again, noon through close today. And we have our family pack chicken tenders for $1.99 a pound. So two great items out of the meat department. Have a ton of grocery items. We have the Coke 24 pack. That is buy more, save more, so you have to buy 2 packs, but get them for $5 a piece. You can get 48 sodas for $10. I think that's a pretty good deal. Doritos, $1.99 a bag. That's significant savings on Doritos.
Wait a minute now. 48 drinks for $10?
That's right.
Wow, that is a great deal.
Yeah, sometimes you have to put it out and like terms for me, you know, simple terms. I did come up under Tommy Stanley. So, and we have the Scott tissue, $3.99 a pack. That is the toilet paper and the towels. Kleenex. I don't know anyone that couldn't use a roll of Kleenex, especially Tennessee fans. You know, it's almost football season, so get your Kleenex ready. That's $1 a box. Yoo-hoo chocolate drinks for $2.99. And we have this and more. I don't know how much you want me to cover of this time, but we have some great sales. We have a lot of events going on right now in the store as far as our fundraising efforts for Mission Able with the paralyzed veterans. I think anyone that knows anything about it and knows what feeds.
Love it.
Yeah,
that
so
means I endorse what you're talking about.
All right, good. Veterans. But you know, I have family members that are in the service and have been overseas, and anything that we can do to ease these veterans that get injured while they're there and come back home and live comfortable lives, you know, I'm all for it. Food City's all for it. So far, we raised over $800,000 toward Mission Able. Mr. Petty, you know, if the store that raises the most funds gets a visit from Richard Petty, you know, and I've looked at our numbers so far, and little old Hawkins County, we're nipping at everybody's tails. Old Dale Hammett better look out. You know, we might have the king down here.
Really?
Yeah, so we have a lot of good people in this town. The cashiers do a really good job of explaining to them what those funds go to, and 100% of it goes to the paralyzed veterans.
So think about it. It's now through August the 1st. Think about it. If everybody at every Food City over 134 locations, if everybody just gave $1 every time they shopped at Food City, obviously we want 3. We'd love to have 5, but if everybody just gave $1 every time they shopped at Food City at all the stores between now and August the 1st, imagine what kind of money. And as Jason said, every bit of it, every penny stays here. 100% goes to the paralyzed veterans. So It's
Yeah.
a no-brainer, and we salute Steve and all the staff that want to do this. And as he said, over what did you say, over 800,000 so far.
800,000 so far.
And of course, Artie Coolers kicked everything off with a $25,000 donation. So that's kind of got things going in a big time way too. So again, it's all good, and so that's good through August the 1st at all Food Cities. Also at the bottom of the Midnight Madness sale, back to school. I know a lot of the schools cranking up in the next 2 weeks, and so you've got some back to school sale going on too.
Yeah, and you know that is my sleeper special of the day. Every time we have a department head meeting, we cover these ads, well in advance and prepare what we're going to do, where we're going to merchandise. And so they did this back to school sale, and it's 50% off all of our school supplies, and you get it in a specially marked UPC at the register, so you get all your school supplies up, and it takes 50% off. So whether you be a mom with a couple of kids, getting your kids ready for school, or a school teacher trying to supply your classroom from those that might not have enough, I mean, it's a great savings and a great time to take advantage of it. And it's only today, noon through midnight. So get in here and get your school supplies ready, because it's only a couple of weeks, I think. I know Scott County, my sister-in-law is actually a teacher in Scott County, and I think they've got 2.5 weeks. I think she's nervously scratching the days away until school starts back. So get your school supplies today. All Food Cities have this sale going on.
That is awesome. 50% off. And again, you have, I know my little people's school, they start 2 weeks from this past Wednesday. So they're inside of 2 weeks, which is nuts. When I wasn't growing up, it was Labor Day, Memorial Day. August is too early to start school, but they didn't ask me. So they're going to start it regardless. But today's the day to sell, or rather to save on the back to school sale here at Food Cities. You also got some of the sports chairs on sale, got those marked down.
Hey, just in time to hear Night Ranger and Rick Springfield. I mean, imagine the great opportunity this is. $4.99 for a camping chair. These are good chairs. They hold me. I weigh 340 pounds. I think the weight limit is supposed to be 250. It held me. So I can endorse these chairs. $5 for a chair. Come on down and get them. We have several odds and end sales as well as this Midnight Madness. We got light bulbs, $2.99 for a 4-pack. You always need a pack of light bulbs around. Trust me, I have to constantly change them. My wife's 5 foot tall. She can't reach the ceiling, so I'm always changing light bulbs. Ibuprofen for those days when you get off work and you've just had enough. $2.99 for a 100-count box of ibuprofen. So lots of other great sales besides our food items. We have a few HBC items strung in there. Fab detergent at $1.99. You can't go wrong with coming by for Midnight Madness.
All starts at noon at all Food Cities. And again, when you roll through these sale prices, it goes to help with the Food City Value Card by using it for your gas and go. So be nice. Gas right now is what? Right down here, Churchill.
$1.92 a gallon.
Minus 15 cents would be $1.77.
Yeah.
I got friends back home watching this in West Virginia. Said, their gas up there is $2.40, $2.50 a gallon. They said, how do you get below $2 a gallon? I said, I don't know. We're down in Tennessee. I have no clue. So
yeah.
It's all good. And so the gas right now here again is $1.92 regular unleaded, and again you go to $1.77, 15 cents off. You do that by accruing your 150 points, right?
Right, and that's through purchases made in the store and qualifying items. And I'll tell you, it doesn't take long, because I eat breakfast and lunch here. The next thing you know, I've got a fuel visit. So it is a great program. Some people know about it. We tell everybody when they leave, we circle their savings on their value card and tell them how many fuel points or fuel visits they have. So when they leave here, they should have a good idea of where they stand.
Coming up in just a second, we've got some big news coming out of college football, again on several different fronts. The Florida Gators, the Alabama Crimson Tide, certainly the Ole Miss Rebels. A lot of news this morning out of the Southeastern Conference. We'll tell you about that. Also, we're going to go to Johnson City. Got a big 150-team girls softball tournament originating in Wingdeer Park in Johnson City, going all over the Tri-Cities. You use like 10 or 12 fields. We'll be talking to some folks about that. Pat Patterson will join us coming up in a few minutes live from Indianapolis Motor Speedway, getting ready for the big weekend racing. Bill Patrickson will join us by phone. He's going to tell us about racing tonight at the Concrete Jungle, again at Kingsport Speedway. And also Josh Lawson will join us, coming in here from the Kingsport Mets. They're on the road back in town with a big homestand coming up next week. And then also Dave Martin, our buddy, will join him live from WLW Radio in Cincinnati. So all that coming up. Again, when you get on the Facebook or the website, be sure and like us and share us. Again, last Friday was our all-time high. We had 4,000 views on the show, so be sure and like us and share us again here at Food City in Churchill. Now, before I let you go, we are 28 days away from tonight's event, the Food City 300. Again, 28 days from tonight. You can get your tickets right here at Food City and all Food Cities at a great price. Tell me about it.
Yeah, for the Friday, I don't even know what they're called now, but the bush race, the small race, is adults for $30. Kids get in free. I think the spring race was the first time we did this inside of Food City as far as ticket sales go. We've seen some good results out of it, so we stuck with the night race here. And then for Saturday, the Under the Lights in Bristol, there's no better place to be. I've been there many times. I can say it from experience. Adults will be $60 and a kid ticket will be $10. And you can purchase those at any Food City at the front office.
You got it. So kids get in free 4 weeks from tonight. Again, the Food City 300, Dale Jr.'s back for that race and for the Bass Pro Shop NRA night race. So you're 28 days out from the Food City 300. Kids get in free. But again, as Jason said, at all Food Cities, the ticket's only $30 for adults. You can get them at the customer service desk at all Food Cities. And then on the Saturday night race, the Bass Pro Shop NRA night race, adult tickets are $60. Kids 10 and under, only a $10 ticket to go watch the best in NASCAR, the greatest drivers I think in the world. All the boys and Danica will be in. To tell you how crowded it's going to get, you want to get your tickets because the on-property camping grounds and campsites, tent, RV, everything that Bristol Motor Speedway operates as far as camping is all sold out on a waiting list a month away. It kind of tells you what's getting ready to happen. We're going to have a huge crowd coming to Bristol. Should be. It's the best track in NASCAR, and Food City's making it easy for you. Again, for the Xfinity Series race on Friday night, the Food City 300, all tickets are $30. And then on Saturday night's race, the Bass Pro Shop NRA night race, Austin Dillon defending his crown on Friday night. Kevin Harvick, the winner of the race a year ago for the Monster Cup Series. And so those tickets are only $60 at your local Food City. And you've been selling them down here too, haven't you?
We have.
Yeah.
We have several people call and ask and say, can I get the tickets there? And so we steer them right to our front office and get them hooked up and get them ready for Bristol.
There you go. Come back in a little while and talk some more.
Oh, yeah, I'll be back.
Yeah. Now, Night Ranger, the song you want to hear tonight, you said if you could time it, we could just go up there tonight at Funvest and hear Night Ranger sing
Sister Christian. I would even sneak a lighter in, held the lighter up.
a 7-foot guy. You can't see this at the table, but you are 7 foot, right?
7'4".
7'4". Horton, I'm not lying to you guys, 7'4". So imagine Jason Horton standing out in the middle of J. Fred Johnson Stadium with a big lighter with Sister Christian. That would be great. That's something for the video for sure. By the way, we have our Dollywood winner. We're going to tell you about that right now. Here he is. We pulled the name of Brian Nidifer out of Bristol, Tennessee as our winner of the Dollywood tickets. So if you didn't win, don't worry. New contest starts on Monday. We start qualifying folks for race tickets. We had 8 states worth of people that had called in and or got on the internet, I should say, and got registered. And so Brian Nidifer of Bristol, Tennessee pulled his name, and he's the winner of the tickets. And so congratulations to Brian. All right, you can get back, getting ready for the Midnight Madness. Come back a little while and talk some more.
All right, I'll be back.
All right, he's the man. Appreciate it very much, Jason Horton. Quick break. We'll go to Johnson City and take a look and see what's going on with this big softball tournament in town. We'll do that next here. We're live at Food City in Churchill on the Tom Douglas Sports Show, show number 562. And they said it wouldn't last.
This is the place where you can forget all about work for a while and celebrate the good old U.S. of A. And take in the best bumper-banging, fist-waving, hero-making short track race of the year, the Bass Pro Shops NRA Night Race. And kids' tickets are just $10. Be there August 19th because it ain't just another race. It's Bristol, baby.
Trucks, and more trucks at Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City. We have a huge selection of over 400 new Silverados to choose from, with over 700 total Chevrolets in stock, with savings that are bigger than our massive selection. Silverado Double and Crew Cab All-Stars, $11,000 off MSRP. Malibu LT, 20% off. 17 Colorado, $19,995. 17 Equinox, $21,445. Don't miss out on one of the best times to buy a new Chevrolet with savings that will leave you asking, how do they do that? At Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City.
At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they treat thousands of patients each year dealing with diabetes and its effects. Diabetes overtaking our nation and leaving a path of destruction behind. Through wound care, office visits, and preventive care, they see most of the patients after a problem arises. Using diabetic footwear such as shoes and inserts, a great way to prevent or prolong skin breakdown and amputation. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they use only custom molds from patient mold inserts, which further ensure a great recovery, or better yet, prevents a wound from happening. They use custom molded shoes, bracing, custom inserts, and extra depth diabetic shoes to prevent wounds or other skin issues from beginning. Call today, 1-800-524-4447. 39 years. 6 locations, 1 family. Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, 1-800-524-4447.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
Back at the Tom Douglas Sports Show, we thank you for being with us. We are live again in Food City and Churchill, getting ready for the Midnight Madness sale. Let's go to the phone. He's there in Johnson City. Ron Ray's with us, and Ron's with the Future Stars. Again, the great organization with the big softball tournament in town this weekend. Good morning, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I appreciate you having us.
Yes, sir, and thank you for taking the time. I know you're very, very busy, so give us an overview. There's a lot of folks in town and a lot of different locations enjoying some girls softball. Tell us about it.
Well, we have 126 teams from 10 states. Got one from New York, one from Pennsylvania. We've got Michigan, Ohio, West Virginia, South Carolina, Kentucky, Indiana. But 10 states, I'm sure I left some of them out. But we have grown quite substantially here in the last few years, and we're very excited to be here.
Absolutely. And so give us the story. I mean, I think Carmichael told me yesterday you started with 25 or 30 teams, and this thing has exploded, and that's a great testament to you putting this tournament together. So how'd you get it going from 30 to what you've got now? It's incredible.
I really believe it's just that we treat people the way we want to be treated, and we try to put on a good program and try to have a good product as far as umpires, and we've been pretty successful at doing that. But yes, we came down here, I believe the first year was with 34 teams, and the next year, and when I say 34 teams, I think I let 5 or 6 of them play for free just to get us established. And we went to 60-some teams and stayed there for a couple of years, and last year we hit 85 was our high mark, and then this year it just exploded, and we're just tickled to death.
We're talking to Ron Ray. So the age for these girls in the softball tournament is, what's the ages?
We've got 8-year-olds playing up through high school, and high school is college exposure, and we do have several college coaches on site, and they come in, and we do try to help kids get placed in college, and we're very excited about that possibility as well.
Tell me where the fields you're using, because you're all over the Tri-Cities, which is awesome. Again, of course, folks get to see the great beauty here in East Tennessee by traveling from city to city. So where are all the fields being used at this weekend?
We are using Wing Deer Park in Johnson City, Ridgeview School, Grandview School, and we're also in Bristol using White Top Park.
Talking to Ron Ray again with this great tournament in town. This started yesterday, runs through the weekend. So obviously when you have 8, 9-year-old little girls traveling, that means moms and dads are with them, and that means grandparents, and that means travel well, and that means for the Johnson City, Tri-Cities, Ron, the economy. This is a great shot in the arm for the economy with all the heads in beds, right?
Oh, I certainly believe that, and know that is true. We actually had to turn away several teams because they could not find hotels within an hour. So every hotel in this area is full, and again, we're very excited about that, and the chamber is excited about that as well, and talking about possibly bringing in new events.
Economic impact. I know you've met with the chamber folks, and they're very tickled, and this is a conservative number. But what's the economic impact this weekend alone for this tournament?
They threw out a number of 2.8 million. We had lunch with them the other day. Now, I can't say that and 100% support that, but that was the number that was thrown out the other day.
Well, they have that. They have the means with which to gauge that, so we'll take them at their word. 2.8. There's a lot of bodies in town, a lot of out-of-town tags. So when you see these folks, be nice to them because they're putting money in the coffers. Plus, they're being treated some great softball. When will be the championship? Where can we come to watch the championship games?
Well, at all 4 locations, we will have championship games on Sunday afternoon. Most of those are around 3 o'clock. I know the 11U division, they are actually going to crown their champion at 7 o'clock Saturday night at Ridgeview Park. The 8th will be Sunday morning about 11 or 12 o'clock at Winged Deer. And then your high school division is Sunday afternoon at Winged Deer, with 12 and under being Sunday afternoon. And when I say afternoon, it's 3 to 4 o'clock, somewhere in that time frame at White Top. 14 and under division is playing at Grandview, and they will crown their champion around 3 to 4 o'clock as well.
I know the hoteliers, the restaurants, and even the folks here at Food City in the immediate Johnson City area certainly appreciate what you've done, because you are really giving the economy a jump start. I mean, we're all getting ready for the big race next month, and the campgrounds are sold out, and the tickets are flying out of there before Dale Jr. coming to town. But for you to do this in late July to give a nice shot in the arm of the economy, plus provide some great softball for folks to go out and see, it's a big thank you from us here in the Tri-Cities for what you're doing. Can't thank you enough. It's awesome.
Well, I appreciate that, and I appreciate you having me.
Yes, sir. If you would, let's pass the telephone over to my buddy Carmichael. He wants to talk about Hugh Freeze for a moment. So we thank you, Ron Ray. Good luck to you this weekend, all right?
Thank you very much, and we hope to make this a yearly event. This is our 7th year, and we do plan on being back. Thank you. Have a good day.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
There's our buddy Carmichael with us again. We're live here at Food City in Churchill for the Midnight Madness sale. There he is on the phone, on the screen. Carmichael, Johnson City Parks and Rec. So, all right, let's jump in and take care of this. Hugh Freeze, Ole Miss. What a stupid thing to do on several fronts. But give me your take on what we found out. Hugh Freeze fired or stepping down effective immediately last night for some indiscretions. Contrary to the program at Ole Miss.
I mean,
football.
you can make so many bad jokes about this. You could say he was doing the work. You could say he was doing the work of the Lord. What is it about Southern football coaches or preachers from the South that get in problems with sex workers? What is it? I don't know what Jimmy Swagger. First thing that came to my mind was Jimmy Swagger. When I read that on Twitter last night, and I saw that had happened, I thought just the image of Jimmy Swagger, as bad as that is, just roaring through my head. How stupid could you have been? And he did it himself. He went after Houston Nutt and tried to defame Houston Nutt. So what do you think Houston's going to do? He's going to step up and fight, and this was a part. And the only reason they knew it was because Houston Nutt was suing Ole Miss, and Hugh Freeze couldn't keep his mouth shut.
Yeah. So if you missed it last night, Hugh Freeze stepping away from the Ole Miss program effective immediately. Again, they found some phone numbers on his office phone to an escort service, not just one but multiples. And so athletic director Ross Bjork received that excuse from Freeze. Freeze said he butt dialed the wrong number. He said I was in a
he dialed that. From what I have read and ascertained, he did call one number, and it evidently was a wrong number, but it just happened to be to an escort. He used the excuse 1 minute call. But what that did was open it up for Ole Miss to go back and look at all of his phone calls, over 37,000 phone calls on his school cell phone, 37,000 over, and that's a lot of recruiting calls, calling somebody and saying But then they started looking at those phone calls and checking records, and once they did, they found several other phone calls that were to other places. And I mean, it's like, if he had just left well enough alone and left his mouth shut with Houston Nutt, he would still probably have a job today.
Exactly. So they're saying, quote, a pattern of conduct not consistent with our expectations of the leader of our football program. So once again, just a shot across the bow to Ole Miss. They're already in enough trouble with everything else going on. So Matt Luke has been named the interim football coach for the rest of the season. So going forward, Carmichael, with the NCAA investigation looming over top of them and the penalties, If you're a coach out there, do you touch this in the future as far as applying for this job or not?
Well, Tommy Tuberville, who used to be the coach at Ole Miss before Hugh Freeze, said, down there they need to clean house completely. I mean, it's not just the coaching, but the, I guess, administration and especially the athletic administration. And maybe something like that happens down there, and then you bring a coach in to kind of clean up the program. I think Luke is just there for 1 year. He's just there to try to get the ship in the right direction, at least this year. But you've got to think this is going to be a disaster. They were already probably 6th or 7th pick in the SEC anyway. I'd say now you're probably looking at the last place team in the SEC West. And you just see it's a great, and here's the shame about it. Ole Miss is a great school. It's one of, they call it the Oxford of the South. And it's a great school, great campus. And you just hope that some people there, they've got some great alumni, that they step in and clean the program up and make the football program respectable again.
Just for kicks, here's their schedule. They open up with South Alabama. And then they have UT Martin. Then they go to California, all 3 non-conference. Then the conference schedule, back-to-back at Alabama and at Auburn. Vanderbilt for homecoming. Then they've got LSU at home, Arkansas at home, at Kentucky, Louisiana. I guess that's Louisiana Tech. Texas A&M, they wrap up with the Egg Bowl at Mississippi State. So, Ole Miss, that's at Alabama, at Auburn, back-to-back. That's enough right there. Then you got LSU, Arkansas, on the road to Kentucky, and wrap up with Texas A&M and at Mississippi State. So Matt Luke's just trying, like the little guy, put his finger in the dam, trying to keep from busting. But clearly, as Tuberville said, they need to start.
If they become bowl eligible, if they're bowl eligible, if he gets 6 wins out of this team, he ought to be SEC Coach of the Year. Because, they lost, over the last couple of years, they've lost a lot. Players went to the NFL, graduation last year, or I guess eligibility ran out last year of Chad Kelly, who was the quarterback down there. And I just think it's lost a lot of firepower. I just think, if they win 6 games with this team, he'll be, after all the adversity they've been going through, it'll be a great job. But I don't think I don't think it will happen. I don't think he's the full-time answer. I think it's going to be a national search, and a coach may be looking for somewhere redemption. Could this be a challenge for somebody like a Les Miles? Mississippi's a great talent base. You're right there, Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas. This may be a place for Les Miles to resurface in a year. Keep that under the hat that maybe he wants to get back in and wants to get back in the SEC and maybe take a jab at LSU. So,
well, you take a look at Matt Luke. You take a look at Matt Luke on this one side of the coin. On the other side, if you're another athletic director down the line, you take a chance on Hugh Freeze. Is he done?
I think. Well, I was going to say I think he's done. I think he's done for a while as a head coach. They're not. Nobody's really knocking down Art Briles' door to hire him as a head coach from Baylor.
39.
And this is. I think that. Yes. I think this is the same kind of situation. It's not going to. It's going to hurt him. He'll have to go somewhere as an assistant, or a really small college. Or he was a meteor. He rose quickly anyway. He came from the high school ranks to the college ranks like quicker than you can change your undershorts.
There you go. Carmichael, great report, my friend. Have yourself a great weekend. Thanks for setting it up with Ron.
We missed on the junior call. We got Alex Bowman there, so no Carl Edwards, no Matt Kenseth.
Nope. I thought for sure it was going to be one of those guys. They went with Bowman. So Junior had a lot of input on that because that's the guy he wanted, and so that tells me a lot right there. But we'll see where Kenseth surfaces of anywhere. So,
yes, sir.
Take care, man. Talk to you next week. Great job.
I'll see you next Thursday. Yes, thanks.
Yep. Our buddy Carmichael with us live from Johnson City. Coming up, we'll go to Indianapolis and talk to Pat Patterson with the Performance Racing Network. He's going to join us coming up here in just about 3 or 4 minutes. So we are live here at Food City and Churchill. Steve Kramer's in the house. How you doing, buddy?
Great, Mr. Taylor.
Do you want to sit down and talk for a minute? I'd love for you to sit down and talk. I think it would be nice if you sit down and talk.
I'll say good morning, but that's about it.
Well, that's
speaking to this.
Yes, sir. Put that on. Let me get the camera up where we can see this gentleman.
Well, this is on TV.
This is bonus coverage right here.
Wow,
right
you are
there.
all right.
Let's get you up right here and get him off.
Bonus
there.
coverage.
There I
Welcome
am.
to Hawkins County.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Can't beat this.
No, man. Steve Kramer.
Security
again.
must have be lax up there at Holston Defense coming down 11W,
They
huh?
were looking the other way.
Okay.
So they slid under the radar. They thought I was Spivey, and I said, going through. So
Well,
there you go.
Well, I heard you talking SEC football. You got to
Yes.
open up here to my Miami Redhawks, but
Yes.
you doing all right?
Yes. What do you think about Hugh Freeze? What's your take on all that?
Well, I've not followed it that closely, to be honest. I've been traveling a lot, and so, but I don't, they certainly have got their the challenges ahead. There's no doubt about that.
He walked away effective immediately. Had some indiscretions.
Yeah.
With escort service phone calls on the company phone, which is not very smart.
Nope.
Obviously. So.
And that's unfortunate. That's a great program, great tradition. Oxford's a great community, so it'll be a challenge to turn that around because he had certainly done well there. I mean, that's in that Western Division especially. I mean, that's a tough place to do it. And they've done the same. They've done well at Mississippi State as well. So it'd be tough to recover from that. It'll take a few weeks,
I look at
a
Ole
few
Miss's
years.
schedule, and they got back-to-back. They've got at Alabama and at Auburn.
Right.
Back-to-back. That's tough stuff. So Florida losing their starting safety, Marcel Harris. Again, led the team in tackles last year, 73. Blew out an Achilles tendon yesterday. He's gone for the Florida Gators. Alabama losing one of the four-star running backs. Again, young man, let's see, Emmons. Let's see, make sure I get his name right here. Emmons. B.J. Emmons from Morganton, North Carolina. Four-star running back. Says, I'm out, going somewhere else. Mr. Saban. Don't feel too bad for Nick. I
No,
think he's going to be okay.
he'll be all right. He's that cupboard hadn't been bare for a long time.
Now,
Tell me real quick. I just saw your notes there. The kid from Union. Don't know much about
James
him.
Mitchell from Southwest Virginia. 6'4",
He's
218
6'4". That's how
pounds.
big he is.
Big
Jeez.
tight end. He's narrowed it down to Virginia Tech, Tennessee, South Carolina, Duke, and Georgia. So
Good choices. You can't go wrong there. I won't weigh in on those. I obviously have some old ties to the SEC, but certainly those are some good choices. Duke he must be a good student. That'd be a great opportunity for him as well.
Yep. Now, for folks who don't know who I'm talking to, this is Steve Kramer, who had a son who was a heck of a football player at Dobbins Minute back in the day, Zach Meister. And so,
Zach Meister, he did well. He's got a CrossFit gym down in Knoxville now, and he looks like if he had some eligibility, he looks like he could still play. He's
ripped and buffed.
He's ripped and buffed, yeah, just like you and me.
just like his daddy.
Yeah, and
Gene
Spike.
Poole. There you go.
Yeah, and Spivey as well.
Yeah, little Ricky.
But
Now,
yeah, we had some great times.
we had a great time doing DB for 20 years. The other part of this puzzle, too, is Steve's father is Roy Kramer, who really left his mark and stamp on college football. Tell me about that.
Well, I always speak with pride. He had a great career. He won, just briefly, it was a fascinating career. He won 4 state championships, 4 different schools in the state of Michigan. They won the 1AA national championship at Central Michigan and became the athletic director at Vanderbilt. Before ever becoming the commissioner of the SEC, and the first thing he did was take advantage of a small NCAA regulation nobody really understood. It was primarily designed for Division I AA playoff system that said if you had at least 12 teams in your conference, you could have a championship game. And so that's when he created the first SEC championship game, which ESPN did one of those 30 shows on, but really was the start of everything that's occurred since then. Created the championship game, which was a risky event at the time, but became the most profitable television event in college football for a number of years, and went on to spawn the division playoffs in all the conferences. Everybody else followed suit. They were all threw rocks initially, but everybody jumped on board pretty quick when they saw what was going on at the Georgia Dome.
Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
That's right.
There you go. So he has left his mark for sure in college sports. Look what the SEC championships become now. It is a huge ratings bonanza. Corporately, a lot of folks jump on the sponsors. So, and it was a dream, and he made a dream become a reality.
Just one of the comments he made the other day I heard was fairly cute. He said one of the reasons they moved because Legion Field was collapsing. I mean, I don't know if you've ever seen Legion Field, been down there, but it was just a terrible venue. but it's still operational. He never thought that when they moved there that Legion Field would outlive the Georgia Dome, but it has, yes.
There you go.
So that's how long that's been. But it's been yes. He had a great career, still doing great, and we were with him last week, and he's traveling and has a lot of his old former players drop in on a regular basis. So thanks for asking. Yes.
Oh yeah. So you're farming now, right?
We're farming. We have a farm in Hawkins County, Sirgoinsville, and Tina's the chief bottle washer right there. She's got we got basically a petting zoo down there. Well, just an old phrase. I'm sorry, but yes, she's our farmer, and I'm working in Knoxville, so it's not a bad run up and down the road to.
So on the
to
farm,
the
do we have cows?
Yes.
Chickens?
No, the rooster.
Cows?
Yeah, we used to
else?
have a rooster.
Rooster?
We have sheep, goats, donkeys, horses, you name it. We got a little bit of everything. Yeah.
The Kramers is like the zoo, the Kramer Zoo.
Well, we just try to stay ahead of Spivey. Spivey's, he was our inspiration with all his Virginia property, as you're familiar with. So, but we appreciate you. All you do and contribute and have contributed for so many years to this community and the sports landscape, and particularly from my favorite, the high school level. That's to me that's still the heart and soul of athletics, and your passion for those sports at every level in high school and all the different sports has been a great asset for the entire Tri-Cities, and thank you. Just great to see you, and I appreciate doing what you're doing.
You ain't changed a lick.
All right, buddy.
Good man.
Take
right
care.
there.
Thomas,
Lovely
good to
bride
see you.
Tina, who always stays over there. She doesn't get much on camera, but Steve did, and we'll take a break and we'll go to Indianapolis coming up next by phone and go live to Indianapolis Motor Speedway on show number 562 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show, brought to you by Grip Energy Drink.
At American Import Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the 8 areas of your vehicle that takes constant continuing education is the air conditioner on your vehicle.
Well, you would think that AC would be a simple one, but it's getting to be a lot bigger than just AC. It's the management of the system, not just AC, but heat and everything. It's a lot more computer controlled than it used to be. It used to be just a little button on the dash that you pushed. Now there's all kinds of electronics involved in that. Braking systems used to be fairly simple. Now some of the newer vehicles, you have to have a computer to actually operate the braking system to make sure that it's okay after you've worked on it. Computer controlled of the engine is becoming very important. There's a lot to that. Each one of these areas, the technology is just tripled and quadrupled in the last few years. It's hard to keep up. You really need to stay in the books and know what's going on with them.
American Import Auto Repair, Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. Blue Lizard Australian sunscreen originated in Australia, where sunscreen standards are the strictest in the world. Although our products are now manufactured here in the U.S., we continue to adhere to the most stringent Australian standards to offer the best in broad-spectrum sun protection. Blue Lizard, the brand most recommended by pediatricians and dermatologists. Our smart bottle turns blue in the presence of UV rays, reminding you to cover up. You bring the sun, Blue Lizard brings the magic.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here at the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400, your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Hi, I'm Rob Cole with Bays Mountain Park. There's something for everyone at Bays Mountain Park. Whether you're an outdoor enthusiast or simply looking to get away and relax, Bays Mountain Park in Kingsport, Tennessee is the perfect destination. For only $4 per vehicle, enjoy 3,500 acres of breathtaking scenery, featuring 40 miles of hiking trails, wildlife habitats, one of the Southeast's premier planetariums, and much, much more. For more information, please visit www.baysmountain.com or call us at 423-229-9447. Bays Mountain Park, one of the Tri-City's best places for learning, leisure, and recreation.
We're back with the Tom Douglas Sports Show. We are live again, of course, at Food City in Churchill, and the Food City Friday Midnight Madness sale is up and running. We'll tell you all about that coming up in just a minute. Let's go and take him while we can. We appreciate his time at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Live on the phone, as you see, Pat Patterson with Performance Racing Network. Good morning, sir. How you doing?
Hey, Tom. Happy Friday to you, and happy weekend to everybody.
You called this. You said, don't be surprised if Alex Bowman's in that 88 ride when it's all said and done, because that's who Junior wanted. And I thought, no, I don't think so, but tells me you're right and I'm wrong. So he's there. What's your thoughts on Bowman being in that ride starting next year?
Well, number one, I'll say this, Tom. Rick Hendrick is an honorable man. Rick Hendrick promised Alex Bowman that he would, in some way, shape, or form, take care of him for making the effort that he did last year and almost winning a race in the Cup Series in release of Dale Jr. And I think everybody questioned, after the season got going this year and, et cetera, well, if he would remember, if Rick Hendrick would remember what he basically committed to in terms of helping Alex Bowman with his career. Well, we all knew and should have never doubted. Rick Hendrick is an honorable man. And he did exactly what he said he would do, and that is give Alex Bowman a chance. But beyond Rick Hendrick, we have to also acknowledge the fact that Nationwide, which is certainly the biggest sponsor on that race car, also basically endorsed Alex Bowman by basically sanctioning this move to put Bowman in the car starting next year. And I think that too speaks well of that company and the fact that they also recognize that this young man's got talent. And yes, they could have maybe gone and tried to find a bigger name, like Matt Kenseth, who some speculated and even I thought for a brief time might be the guy to fill in over there till they get William Byron ready, but it looks like to me that William Byron's probably more destined for the 5 or the 48 than he was for the 88. But I applaud Rick Hendrick and the sponsors involved in that deal for giving a guy a chance, because in this day and age, unless you come with a checkbook, the size of the Empire State Building, you don't get to just jump into one of these cars. And you got to remember, Bowman's been testing cars and working behind the scenes for Hendrick for the last couple of years. So that it's what it is, and I'm hoping that Alex Bowman will make the most out of it and will have great success.
Just for the record, Bowman, 3 top 10 finishes when he drove for Junior last year, including a career-best number 6 position final at Phoenix during his brief tenure behind the wheel. Also scored his first pole in Phoenix, and also, as a result of that, earned a berth in this year's Advanced Auto Parts Clash at Daytona, where he finished 3rd in that non-points race. So, end of the day, the loyalty is there by Rick Hendrick. In your humble opinion, can this young man drive a car? Rick Hendrick thinks so. You've been around the sport a long time.
Well,
do you think he can drive it?
Well, he's already shown you that.
Yeah.
He's already there's that's a question that doesn't need to be asked now. He's already shown you that he can race, and he's raced with this group that he's getting ready to race with. So the answer is yes. And I think if you're a Dale Jr. fan, an 88 fan, you have reason to be excited, because you've got a young guy that you can get behind. who's in a iconic car now, driving for one of the best owners in the business, and you have to give credit where credit's due. We're not asking him to go have his first Cup race. He's already done that. He almost won the race in Phoenix, and that was no easy day at the park kind of thing for him in Phoenix. So Alex Bowman is driving the 88, and I think everybody needs to stand back and acknowledge the fact that he's got an opportunity.
There you go. Well put. We're talking again to Pat Patterson live at Indianapolis. Kyle Busch, the defending champ of the race from a year ago on both sets and both series. So going into the weekend, what do you think? Who do we need to be looking for to win this thing this weekend? First of the Xfinity Series.
Well, in the Xfinity Series, I really think that Junior Motorsports is ready to win another race. Elliott Sadler hadn't won one. He won one here, and they basically took it away from him. Elliott Sadler, I think, could easily win this thing on Sunday, or Saturday, rather. This is a track position race, okay? This is not a great racetrack for stock cars. We all know that. So, therefore, the NASCAR has put these restrictor plates on these Xfinity cars, and they've got this ducking in the back of the car, supposed to kind of blow it up a little bit so that it'll race a little harder, and we'll hopefully get some passing. I spoke to Wayne Aughton this morning in the NASCAR truck, and he gave me the thumbs up that he's hoping for good things. Does he know we're going to get a great race? No. Does anybody, would anybody go bet 50 cents that it's going to be a great race? No. But have we changed some things that at least make the possibility plausible? And the answer to that is yes. There is a possibility that we're going to get a better Xfinity race than we've had here in the past. But that's kind of my feeling about it. I mean, if Kyle Busch is in the race, just like every other time Kyle Busch is in the race, and he's probably going to win the race, bottom line.
We're talking to Pat Patterson live from Indianapolis. So, again, let's go to the Cup Series coming up on Sunday. What's your take on that one? I'm looking down some of the numbers. Some of the guys have run well there in the past. Clint Bowyer, of course, Busch won it a year ago. Junior's done okay there. Denny Hamlin's had 4 top 5s. Harvick's won there. Jimmy Johnson's won 4 times. Casey Kane's run pretty good in Indianapolis. Kenseth has run pretty solid there, and so has Brad Keselowski. So the usual suspects. Throw in Logano and Larson, and Ryan Newman's won there. Truex Jr.'s been pretty consistent, so I just rattle off about 10 or 12 guys. So anybody that you feel like kind of jumps up the top of the pack to win it on Sunday?
Well, the same 2 guys that were at it last week. Although I got to give credit to Denny Hamlin. He did a good job of holding on to his lead towards the end. He wasn't going to keep it for much longer, but he held on it long enough to get the win. That's all that matters. Denny's a good flat track driver as well. So bottom line is I feel like Truex and Larson are the 2 to beat, like always. Jimmy Johnson's always had a lock on his place, but keep one thing in mind about the Cup race, and that is that we have never, quote-unquote, stage raced here, and that will change some strategies. People that have wins will be more apt to make a move for track position to try to race, and people who don't have wins will be scrambling around out there trying to put themselves fuel mileage-wise into some sort of gifting situation where they'll go out there and get them a win. So I think that the strategy is the big deal here, and that's what everybody needs to keep in mind. The race ain't never going to be oval at Indy. And I don't mean that in any derogative sense. I just simply mean that passing is very hard to do here unless we go give everybody a nitrous bottle and a switch and go use this, accordingly. And the guy who's got a little nitrous at the end of the race, might be able to work his way up to the front. But I honestly think that, this is going to be more of a cat and mouse crew chief kind of race than it's going to be any kind of stock car, door handle to door handle kind of deal.
Which is what we're going to have in 29 days away. We got the night race, and again, tickets are really flying out of Bristol, and the on-property camping opportunities the properties are owned by Bristol Motor Speedway. All the camping is sold out on a waiting list. the tents, the RVs, that's on property that the Speedway controls. So that tells me big crowd, and I know you like coming to Bristol. We love to have you and the PRN team coming to Bristol. So we're 29 days out, and we're looking forward to a big weekend of racing coming up, starting with that doubleheader on that Wednesday with the trucks and the Bush Beans 150. So it'll be here before you know it. And I know you like coming to Bristol. It's a fun place for you to come, and you got a lot of friends here in Bristol.
Well, if you can't find a place to camp at Bristol, you ain't trying. That's all there is to it. There's plenty of places to camp, and plenty of Food City stores to go get you hot dogs, your hamburgers, and all that kind of stuff. So, if you're a race fan and you're not at Bristol, you're just not, you're not with the program, I think, Tom.
You got it. Before I let you go, as always, tell us how we can see you and hear you all week long, our buddy Pat Patterson.
Well, we have a real fun time this weekend. Parts of my PRN team are locked arms with the folks at the IMS radio network, so you'll hear Doug Rice and myself with the call of Sunday's Brickyard 400, as well as tomorrow's Lilly Diabetes 250. And you'll also hear familiar names, Brett McMillan, Brad Gilley, and Jim Noble, and some other folks up here on the pit road. And we'll have Jeff Hammond with us from Fox Sports on Saturday and Sunday, doing some color analysis with us. And you can pick up the day, Sunday and Saturday, on SiriusXM NASCAR Radio Channel 90 with the front stretch with Pat Patterson. And we'll look forward to having a good weekend up here in Indianapolis, Circle City. It's going to be hot. If you're coming to the racetrack, we bring plenty of drink and bring plenty of suntan oil, because this is going to be one hot weekend up here.
You got it. You're awesome, my friend. Thank you for your time. I'll talk to you next week, all right?
Okay, see you.
Yep, great job, everybody. Pat Patterson with us live, the Performance Racing Network again from Indianapolis Motor Speedway here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We want to say hello to Tyler Nottingham. Hello, Tyler. He commented earlier on the show. He and Jason Hash. Hello to you, gentlemen. I appreciate you very much. We're going to try something right now. He doesn't know we're going to do this, but we have pulled the winning name from the list of all the Dollywood contest entries, if you will, and so we are going to give him a call right now and kind of surprise him, because he doesn't know we're doing this. And so here we go. We'll see. This could get real interesting real quick. All right, we'll see if we can get him.
Hello.
Is this Brian Nidifer?
It's him.
Brian, it's Tom Taylor.
Hey, how you doing?
Guess what, big guy?
What's that?
Did you put your name in the hat to win tickets to Dollywood?
I sure did.
Well, guess what, Brian Nidifer? We pulled your name. You're the winner.
Awesome.
Awesome. Yep, you get 2 one-day passes to Dollywood. So we're going to get those and put those in your hand. Have you been to Dollywood? You have, haven't you?
Oh, yeah, not this year. I usually go every year, but I haven't been this year, so.
How about that? It pays to put your name in the hat, does it not?
It does. It's always helpful. You never know when you might win something.
You never know, you might win something. So you won 2 tickets to Dollywood. I appreciate you, again, getting on the contest line and putting your name in the hat. So we'll get those to you. And hey, have a great weekend. I want you to know that. And we'll get them to you, and you can go down and enjoy Dollywood, all right?
How you go about getting them, Tom?
I'll get them. I'll call you and I'll get them to you. I'll bring them to you. I'll meet you somewhere. So it's
okay.
Customer service. I'll bring it to you. So probably next week, but I'll get them to you. How's that?
Oh, that sounds awesome. Thank you a lot.
I appreciate you qualifying.
Thank you. Have a good day, Tom.
Yes, sir. Bye-bye.
Bye.
There you go, our buddy Brian Nidifer. Had no clue he was going to do that, and so I didn't know if he was going to war hoop or not, but he's kind of a non-war hooping kind of guy, looks like. But that's okay. He won tickets. So again, congratulations to Brian Nidifer of Bristol, Tennessee. Boom, there's that. And so congratulations to Brian. Here's something I want you to take a look at right now. This is a video, and this is really cool. This is a video coming to Bristol Motor Speedway. We'll start Monday giving you a chance to win tickets to get to Bristol, to the Food City 300, the Camping World UNOH 200, the Bush's Beans 150. But here's a really cool video. It's about 30 seconds long of Dale Earnhardt Jr. compliments of Bristol Motor Speedway.
If you're not a race fan and I send you to Bristol, you're going to be a race fan when you leave.
The most popular track on the circuit.
Let me tell you, don't count that 88 out. He's pretty darn good.
Says goodbye to NASCAR's most popular driver.
Hell yeah!
The Bass Pro Shops NRA Night Race, August 19th. Your last chance to see Junior run the night race.
Man, this is one of the biggest wins of my career.
Why is that?
It's Bristol, baby!
That just gets me jacked up, man. I'm telling you, that is exciting to be up there 4 weeks from tonight for the Food City 300. Again, you can stop by any Food City and get your tickets here, or you can go to the Speedway, bristoltix.com, or call 423-BRISTOL. If you're out of the area, it's 866-415-4158. And starting Monday, we'll give you the chance to get qualified to win tickets to Bristol Motor Speedway. It's Bristol, baby. Can't wait. It's getting ready to get jacked up. And here's the mouse pad we use all the time. It says, "It's my Bristol, baby." And we are getting stoked and ready to go. If you can see this, the background shot, that is the crowd shot at Bristol Motor Speedway. So it is, look there, it's my Bristol, baby. Woo, that's got me pumped. I have the privilege, and I will say that, without getting choked up, I guess. It's hard for me to believe Old Hillbilly from West Virginia is the voice of Bristol Motor Speedway, but that's a compliment to late Jeff Bird and to Jerry Caldwell and gosh, the folks up there make it happen. And so we want to say thanks to all the folks that say yes. And so anyway, they said yes, come on up there and be the track announcer. And so we're stoked about that. And so we are, again, 28 days away from the Food City 300, and we're looking forward to being up there, to say the least. Quick break, we'll be right back. We are live at Food City in Church Hill. It is a traffic jam here. Folks are lined up at the Midnight Madness sale. We got the Red Baron Pizza, limit 4 for $2.99. We've got the Totino's Pizza Rolls, limit 2 for $4.99. Also, you've got blueberries, the big pack of blueberries, $2.99. Man, I love blueberry pancakes. Woo, yes. Boneless pork loin for $1.99 a pound. Also, Mayfield Novelties, we got those 6-pack, limit 4 on a hot weekend for $1.49 a piece. Also, the family pack Food City Fresh chicken breast tenders, $1.99 a pound. Yoo-Hoo chocolate drink. It's been flying out of here. People liking that Yoo-Hoo. 12-pack of 11-ounce cans for $2.99, limit 4. And also the Midnight Madness sale, the Frito-Lay Doritos for $1.99, limit 4. And also Scott paper towels, 6 regular rolls. Bath tissue, extra soft 12 big rolls, or Scott paper towels, 6 regular rolls, limit 2 for $3.99 each. And so it is busy, to say the least, here at Food City in Church Hill and at all the Food Cities across the chain. Midnight Madness sales kicked in, and it's going to be going strong until midnight tonight. Quick break. We'll be right back. We're live here again at Food City in Church Hill. Monday, woohoo! Monday, we take it to the streets. On the road again, Willie Nelson. Monday, we're going to be in South Charleston, West Virginia at Hardee's. We're going to be joined by, man, it's pretty exciting stuff. Aaron Ferguson, who played football at Dobbins Bennett, and of course a graduate of Marshall, now lives up in Huntington. He's going to talk about DB's days as an Indian and also playing football for Marshall. The 2-time national champions. We're also going to hear from Coach Goebel. Todd Goebel, the assistant head football coach at Marshall, is going to join us live on the show. We're also going to be joined by Rick Whitman. Rick Whitman took the St. Albans Red Dragons there in Metro Charleston and won the state baseball championship. We're going to talk to him, so we're going to be there talking with those folks. We're also going to be talking to Mike Hedrick, who will give us a wrap-up of Indianapolis Motor Speedway from over the weekend. So Monday on the road at Hardee's in South Charleston, West Virginia, taking the show on the road, and can't wait. And also going to be joined by a young man who's got a lot of musical talent. We'll stop by and pick his guitar a little bit. Brian Roberts is going to be with us Monday as well on the show. So we're looking forward to being at Hardee's in South Charleston, West Virginia on Monday. Coming up next, I snuck one off the giveaway stand here. Been sipping on the Grips root beer. Woo-hoo. Al Albacher is going to join us coming up next here. We're live again. We're on the road again at Food City in Church Hill for the Midnight Madness sale. Al joins us next on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
This is the place where you can forget all about work for a while and celebrate the good old U.S. of A. And take in the best bumper-banging, fist-waving, hero-making short track race of the year, the Bass Pro Shops NRA Night Race. And kids' tickets are just $10. Be there August 19th because it ain't just another race. It's Bristol, baby.
Trucks, and more trucks at Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City. We have a huge selection of over 400 new Silverados to choose from, with over 700 total Chevrolets in stock, with savings that are bigger than our massive selection. Silverado Double and Crew Cab All-Stars, $11,000 off MSRP. Malibu LT, 20% off. 17 Colorado, $19,995. 17 Equinox, $21,445. Don't miss out on one of the best times to buy a new Chevrolet with savings that will leave you asking, how do they do that? At Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City.
At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they treat thousands of patients each year dealing with diabetes and its effects. Diabetes overtaking our nation and leaving a path of destruction behind. Through wound care, office visits, and preventive care, they see most of the patients after a problem arises. Using diabetic footwear such as shoes and inserts, a great way to prevent or prolong skin breakdown and amputation. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they use only custom molds from patient mold inserts, which further ensure a great recovery, or better yet, prevents a wound from happening. They use custom molded shoes, bracing, custom inserts, and extra depth diabetic shoes to prevent wounds or other skin issues from beginning. Call today, 1-800-524-4447. 39 years, 6 locations, 1 family. Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, 1-800-524-4447.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
We're back live again on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Where we are at Food City in Churchill. How you doing? Y'all doing good? The Midnight Madness sale. It is awesome here in Churchill. We got a traffic jam with buggies here. That is a good sign for sure. We are joined by my man right here. We're going to talk to him for just a second because I'm telling you, hot weather is here. If you're going to be going to Fun Fest tonight and you want to, or anytime you want to cool down, let me get him up here on the, you don't want to see me, let's see him. He is our buddy Al Biker. There he is.
How we doing?
Are we past noon? I don't even know where we are. We are. So I can say good afternoon. It's been a morning, it's been a show, but Al Biker with the Grip Energy Drink, sold in all food cities, and it is hopping. Hot weather means folks are buying this energy drink, right?
People are looking for energy and a way to quench their thirst, so we've got the best combination of that.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the weather, and it's going to be in the 90s all the way through the weekend, and, you know, it kind of saps you when you're out there a lot. You're going to be out in it. If you're not out in it, it just kind of saps you anyway. So looking for something to give you a little pick-me-up, this is the product, again, Grip Energy Drink.
Now, you mentioned Fun Fest a minute ago. We were there last week doing the Crazy Eights. So if you're going to Fun Fest and you're looking for that energy that you just need to be able to walk around, survive the heat, stop in any of the food cities over there in Kingsport, pick you up one, and you'll be good to go.
What was the name of the little girl that was up there on Saturday? Because I put her on the microphone in the stadium. I came up to the table and started talking about Grip. I said, we're giving away free bottles, and all of a sudden, whoosh.
We had a Kirsten that was there, I believe, and there's another young lady. I'm not sure who it was.
Yeah. That I had on the microphone.
Crystal.
Yeah, this is first, and had Kristen, and she was, once she got going, she did a really good job because I kept asking questions. She says, you know about this product? I said, yes, I do know about this product. I love this product. So you gave away a lot of product over there, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. And, you know, the thing about it is that's what you had to do to get your brand out there.
Sure.
We've not been around 100 years like Coca-Cola or Pepsi or anything like that. We're the new kid on the block. You know, only really been in the area, you know, the past year and a half. And so we want to get involved with the community and do whatever we can to educate people about what we have.
So hand me one. I'll use it as a show and tell, and you can explain it. Pick any of them, and we're going to talk about it. And so
we're going to do the orange.
Talk about this one right here. This is a brand new one. It's the sugar-free. Keep my fingers out of the way. Sugar-free Ultra Orange. Tell us about this from Grip.
Okay, so the basically the ingredients that we use is all B vitamins from B1 to B12. We have biotin for your hair, skin, and nails. Glucosamine for your joints. The coloring and the flavor is derived from vegetables. So really the only thing artificial is the container that it's in. That one we do have to use an artificial sweetener, of course, to get the sugar-free. In our sugary versions, I'll switch that up.
Okay.
Same thing with all the B vitamins and basically the same thing with all of it, the vegetable juice and all that. With that, we use natural cane sugar and stevia for a sweetener. So your body, when you use natural sweeteners, it knows how to dispose of it. When you drink something that has artificial sweeteners in it, it takes up to 72 hours for your body to get rid of it.
We're talking to Al Biker. You see on the screen with the Grip Energy Drink, our title sponsor of the show. Love promoting Grip. I drink Grip. I pass out Grip. I'll tell you a great story. We was at it's the American Import and Auto Repair on Tuesday. Took the box in to give away to the folks that came in. One of the techs came out, man, they're hot out there in the garage working. They said, man, can I have one of these? I'll drink it at room temperature. I said, yeah. And then he took it, and his buddy came back in and said, man, that guy says pretty good. Can I have one? I said, yeah. So before I look up, which is what we wanted, they're all going. All the techs, the mechanics went out there and drank them in the garage during a hot day of working on vehicles. So that's how this works, folks. Once you, as I say, once you taste it and try it, you're going to be hooked because it's just good stuff. Let's talk about the white grape. Hand me the white grape.
Okay.
This is a very popular one, and tell me about the white grape, would you please?
Okay, so the white grape, if you've ever had Welch's sparkling grape juice, that's pretty much what that tastes like right there. It was our number one seller. We sold out of it, and just when we did the new labels and things with the product, we just got it back, so we've refilled the market with it, so it's now available. Some of our displays, you'll see a sign where it says it's back. So looking forward to getting people. I've had people email me and message me, I need white grape back in my life and all this and everything. So we've now gotten those orders shipped out and all that, which we do. We do some online stuff for people that are not in the Food City territory. Mm-hmm. You know, if you're down in North Carolina, South Carolina, New York, Michigan, wherever that might be, California, hey, you can go online and order it, and we'll get it out to you.
Coming up, we're going to be talking to Bill Patrick from the Kingsport Speedway by phone today. Bill, at his day job, is pretty covered up, so we're going to talk to him by phone. Also coming up, Josh Lawson joins us from the Kingsport Mets. He's going to be here in a few minutes. And then also we'll go to Cincinnati and talk to Dave Martin at the top of the hour, WLW Radio in Cincinnati. The show has grown to the point I can't get everybody in 2 hours, so it's kind of starting to kind of seep over, if you will, or carry over into the next hour, and that's okay because on Facebook you can go as long as you want to. You're not constricted by time, so we'll probably run over today. We got to talk to Dave in Cincinnati about the Bengals and the Browns. Don't forget, Monday we're going to be in West Virginia, broadcasting from South Charleston, West Virginia, and Hardee's on Monday, taking the show there. Got some folks from Marshall and West Virginia to talk to about their football programs, and also talk to some folks back down here about the Tennessee programs. All that's coming up on Monday. We're talking to Al Bikers, so I'm sipping on root beer. We talked, let's see, how about the lemon lime? Let's try the lemon lime real quick.
Okay. The lemon lime, the good thing I like about the lemon lime, like I know you're kind of drinking a room temperature root beer, the lemon lime you can drink warm or cold, and it's, you know, it goes down smooth. It's more like a cross between like a Sun Drop and a Mountain Dew as far as flavor goes. Very popular. It's doing really well. We've got our sugar-free pink grapefruit, and we also have our regular version of the pink grapefruit. Either one I can drink. hard to tell the difference between the sugar version and the sugar-free.
Now, these drinks are available here at Food City and other locations too, but we always promote because they're both sponsors of the show. So Grip and Food City, they're full of vitamins, got a lot of vitamins in them.
Got the vitamins in it, and today when we're speaking of Midnight Madness and Food City, we're going to be here sampling throughout the day. If you come in and you sample, you purchase 2 drinks in the store, we'll give you a free drink on the way out. If you tag us and post us in Facebook, we'll give you another free drink. So that's basically 4 drinks for the purchase of 2.
There you go. It's right here at Food City in Churchill. We're also, we got to get you to approve. We got the gizmo ready to go. We got to get you to approve it, the signage and all that, so we can start doing when folks, you want them, when we get this done, ready to go, they're going to be able to win some things off the show. And so we've got it set up, and we got to make sure you love what we're doing. Jeremiah got it set up for you. So once you give us the blessing, we're going to kick that in and get it rolling. And so there's going to be another chance for you to win some cool stuff here on the show when you show us you're drinking or consuming or however you want to call it, a Grip energy drink. I would think any of these iced down would go down easy with a hot dog or a hamburger or some kind of a backyard cookout, maybe some ribs, maybe some pulled pork from Phil's Dream Pit. I would think any of these would go good.
You're all about the food, aren't you?
Oh, baby. Absolutely. But am I right to go good with the burger or hot dog?
The thing about it is it's no different with our beverage compared to our competitors as far as, drinking it or getting it down. It's no different than drinking a Sprite or, a 7-Up or something like that. So, yeah, sure, you could use it with your food. And the B vitamins work with your food to create energy anyway. So you're just getting that. But I would like to talk about the race at Lonesome Pine next weekend. Yep. Okay, so we got a really cool thing going on tied in with Food City over there. It's the Southeast Super Trucks Grip Energy Tour will be over there next weekend on Saturday. The Food City stores over there, Big Stone Gap, Coburn, Clintwood, St. Paul, and Wise are all going to be competing in a pit crew contest. So basically what they're going to be doing is they're going to be jacking up one of the race trucks, changing tires, and they're going to be timed. And, of course, whoever gets the fastest time, that's what it's all about, right, being the fastest. They're going to end up taking home the trophy until next year. So it's the first annual Pit Crew Challenge for Food City. And the store managers will be there, of course, a lot of employees. And naturally, they'll be being fueled by Grip Energy Drink.
Absolutely. Which is a good thing to get fueled by. So on a hot day like today, if you're a runner or someone that works out or somebody that's out working in the yard, whatever you're doing, if you're a weekend warrior and you get hot, this is a great way to cool off. I've done it myself. I'm drinking them both room temperature, and I've got some in the refrigerator at the house, so you can go either way with them. But I'm telling you, it is a good product. You say, well, Tom, you're just saying that. No. If you watch this show, I've told many people, I won't put anything on this show that I don't believe in. It's not going to do it. That's not who I am. So if I'm drinking it and I'm talking about it, just like this product right here, here's another one that, I use Blue Lizard when I'm out. We go swimming because I believe in the product. That's one of our great sponsors. So when I tell you that I use it and drink Grip Energy Drink, I use it and drink Grip Energy Drink, and for a good reason. I've tried, only one I haven't tried yet is lemon lime. Tried the pineapple the other day after I mowed the yard, and I thought, we'll try the pineapple. I thought, well, it's going to have this really tart, citrusy flavor. Citrusy, is that the right word?
Yeah, you got it.
Flavor. Did not. It was very good, very smooth, went down very easy. So I thought, I'm hooked on pineapple. Only one I have not tried yet, as I said, is the lemon lime, but they're all good. And if you're looking for sugar-free, if you're a diabetic, you got the sugar-free pink grapefruit and the sugar-free ultra orange, right?
Correct. And I know that the Tom Taylor Show is worldwide, and who knows where else it goes or whatever. But we're also today sampling at the store tonight on Bonham Road, the Food City store there in Abingdon, from 4 to 7. And we are also sampling right now as we speak besides Churchill over in Van Zant at that store today as well for Midnight Madness.
So regionally speaking, for folks out there, because we got viewers, again, our Dollywood contest showed we had qualifiers from 10 states. So it's here. Is it any other part of the United States except right here right now?
We're in Kentucky, Southwest Virginia, of course, down into Knoxville, Chattanooga, working on some other territories. So any of your fans or whatever live in any certain places and, they like to get the drink down there, they can catch up with us and let us know what they shop in other areas. I mean, I know Food City would like to be worldwide as well as the Tom Taylor Show. They're not quite there yet, so but when they do, we'll be in those. But if they have a store or something in their area and they want to request the drink, they know how to get in touch with us, and we'll get it down there to them.
I may take some with me to West Virginia. May just let some people sip it up there. You just never know.
There you go.
They
there
say,
you go.
Where can I get this? I know just the guy that can set up a distribution center up here for you or whatever. That would be Mr. Al Albiker. So good stuff. Can you come back and talk in a few minutes again?
Sure.
Again?
Yeah.
I'd have this guy on all day long. I got Josh Lawson waiting. I can get Bill Patrick on about the Kingsport Speedway. The race, by the way, is not this week, Lonesome Pine. It's next Saturday.
Week. Yep.
Yeah. So we will be next. Let's see. Monday we're going to be in Hardee's in West Virginia. Tuesday we're scheduled to be at Blue Lizard in Johnson City at their plant. Wednesday Chick-fil-A, Thursday Champion Chevrolet, and Friday a brand new location. We'll be at the Sprint store in North Johnson City. So Sprint's coming on board with us, which is very exciting. So we're going to be at the Sprint store on Friday, and you can come by there and make a cameo in North Johnson City on Friday of next week. The Sprint store will take a week off for Food City and pick back up in August. Food City's in August will be at Eastman Road. We're going to be on the 11th. We're going to be in Piney Flats. Friday night we'll be doing all our announcing at the Speedway on the 18th, and the 25th of August we will be in Blumville at Steve Strickland's store. So that's our assignment for the month of August. Eastman Road, Kingsport, Piney Flats, and Blumville. Today we're here in Churchill with the Midnight Madness sale. Good stuff. Get you back on in a minute, all right?
All right, appreciate it. Thank you.
Sir, he is awesome. By the way, congratulations to Brian Nidifer. We called him a few minutes ago in Bristol, Tennessee. Brian won the tickets to Dollywood, so if you didn't win, don't worry. A new contest starts on Monday, giving you a chance to win tickets to Bristol Motor Speedway, again with the Food City 300 and the Bush's Beans 150 and the UNOH 200, the Camping World Truck Series. So your chance starts coming up Monday. There's the hat, the Food City 300 25th anniversary. Austin Dillon, the defending champ of that race. 28 days from tonight, we'll be at Bristol Motor Speedway. And we'll take a break. We'll be right back. We'll be joined by Josh Lawson with the Kingsport Mets. He's here. We are going to get Bill Patrick on. But we got Josh sitting there looking at us, and we'll get him on next, and we'll get Bill Patrick. We got Dave Martin coming up. Got all kinds of folks. So it's all right here again at Food City in Churchill on the Tom Taylor Sports Show number 562. Brought to you by the good folks again by Grip Energy Drink. We'll be right back right after you hear and see this.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at FCA.org.
American Import Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do you do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here at the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400. Your one and done location in Kingsport. 247-5400.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City.
Back at the Tom Douglas Sports Show, there he is, Josh Lawson from the Kingsport Mets. Look at that big smile. No wonder April just loves this boy because he got that big old. Look at her back there. Mama back
right
there.
She's yeah.
Grinning like a fox in the house because that's my man. So during the break, he's going, honey. So there's some good deals in there.
Some really good deals.
Yeah. Let me run down a few of these here, and then we're going to jump in and talk about the Kingsport Mets. It's going to be NASCAR night, Monday night at Hunter Wright Stadium. Angel Food Cake, $2.99 out of the Bakery Deli. Big pack of strawberries, 2 pound of strawberries. Woo, that'd go down good. A little bit of milk and that Angel Food Cake. Had a little strawberry shortcake. The berries are $3.99. Also, till midnight tonight, chicken breast tenders, $1.99 a pound. Your Food City Fresh chicken breast tenders. Also, Yoo-Hoo chocolate drink. Man, who doesn't like Yoo-Hoo chocolate drink? 12-pack, 11-ounce cans, limit 4 for $2.99. Also, the boneless pork loin. Food City Fresh whole boneless pork loin, $1.99 a pound. Also, mustard potato salad out of the deli, 99 cents a pound. And a couple of more here. You've got the Red Baron Pizza, limit 4 for $2.99. And also, Nature's Own hamburger, hot dog, Nature's Own butter buns. Limit 4, there's a country song right there. Limit 4 for $1.49 at your local Food City. And also, as Jason said earlier, it's back to school sale. Everything back to school at all Food Cities is 50% off today. So if you're looking for glue or Sharpies or pencils or notebook paper, scissors, whatever you need on the school supply list, every Food City has got the back to school sale 50% off today. Fill a specially marked bag with select school supplies, get 50% off the entire bag with your Food City value card. And also, gas right now is $1.97. $1.92. Am I reading that right over there? Can you see it?
Yeah, I can't see it, but I think it's $1.92. So yeah.
Hey, big man, what's the gas say up there?
Oh,
what's it say out there? Okay.
Well,
regular unleaded? Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
So just over $2 a gallon here again at Food City in Churchill as we're live talking again to Josh Lawson from the Kingsport Mets. This place is nuts.
It's crazy. Yeah, this is brilliant.
I've seen
I know a lot of my kids from youth group are listening, and back to school is right around the corner, so 50% off all school supplies. You can't beat that because they have good prices anyway, and then you take half off that. That's really good. Those guys need to get out there and get that stuff. So.
And I'm sure every one of your kids are just so excited to go back to school, right?
Yeah, they
right.
can't wait. There's no doubt about it.
All right. Hey, I was at the Kingsport Met game on Monday night. I was there, compliments of Jeremy Livesey and Mortgage Investors Group. They had the picnic shelter down the first base line. Man, what a great atmosphere. Food was great. That guy put out that barbecue was excellent. So if you're looking to take a group to have a big time at the ballpark, please consider that because I saw it firsthand. It's up in the shade. How the stadium is configured, by the way, on a hot day like today, the first base side is in the shade. And so the picnic shelter is in the shade, so it's cool or cooler than the third base side, but just a great atmosphere. You guys do a great job down there.
Well, we work really hard on it, and, this summer shade is kind of at a premium right now.
Yes.
And so, the barbecue at the ballpark's been such a popular thing Brian and I came up with it, about 3 years ago. One of the elders in my church, Wayne Darnell, makes the best barbecue, and we got with him and decided to offer this to local businesses and corporations and everything. And literally, all you got to do is pick a date out and write us a check for it, and we do the rest. We do all the tickets, and Wayne does all the food. It's all you can eat. So me and you, we know plenty about that. And so you don't have to do anything. Literally, you just invite your clients or your employees out and just show them.
Any one of those you want, man.
Yeah,
drink.
And they're really good too. They will give you that kick that you need.
That's sugar free.
There you go.
There you go, and he's right there too. The Grip Energy Drink table.
Thank you, and I jinxed us on that.
Yeah.
So anyway, but yeah, no, we. All you do is write us a check, and we do everything else. And you come out, like you said, it's a covered area, so it's nice and shady. You can see the ball game. You can see the entire game from where you're at, and it's nice. And Wayne does a great job and provides plenty of food for it. And we do anywhere from 25 all the way up to this upcoming week. We're going to do a group of 520. For a local industry, and so we've never done anything close to that before. So we're interested to see how that goes. But I think between Wayne and Brian and I, we've got it under control. So
speaking of Brian, he has got his big toe stuck somewhere in some cold water.
There's no doubt about that for sure. He's definitely enjoying the 6 days that we have off, and I'm covering everything for him so he can return the favor here next month.
Well, he's taking some time off, and so Brian's watching wherever you are, my friend. Thank you. We appreciate the time off that you're getting. You deserve it. And again, doing a great job at the ballpark, and attendance has been great so far, hasn't it?
Attendance has been really good. All across the league, attendance has been really good. And, I know not just us, but guys in Johnson City and Elizabeth and in Greenville and Bristol, they all worked really hard to try to promote baseball in the area and, try to provide a place that families can come out and just kind of relax for a couple hours and just enjoy each other. With the hustle and bustle of life today, we like to offer a place for people to come out and just kind of, enjoy your family and watch a baseball game and all the things that kind of surround it, and make it very affordable. It's hard to do anything with your family anymore. We're going out to do some stuff today, and everything's so high right now, and so we consider that, and we try to make everything as affordable as possible, especially with special nights like this upcoming Thursday's dollar night, and so dollar hot dogs, dollar soda. You can come out for $5 ticket, $5 general admission ticket. You can enjoy a game and dollar hot dogs, dollar soda, and so we got some really, really exciting promotions coming up this week. Monday, I know you guys were talking about it earlier with Bill, is our NASCAR night. We've done this 3 years in a row now, and this is going to be our biggest one yet. Bill called me this morning and kind of gave me a preview, a heads up on how many cars we've got coming out, and I hope that our entire grass area out front is just covered with all those late models and everything. I went up a couple of weeks ago. Bill had me in April up, and we spent some time up there, and if you've never been to Kingsport Speedway, you definitely got to go and definitely got to try the fried bologna sandwich for sure.
The concrete jungle.
Yeah.
You were up there a couple weeks ago.
I was up there, and I tried the fried bologna sandwich, and it's what you guys built it up to be. It's really good.
Hey, we were talking off air again. We're talking to Josh Lawson with the Kingsport Mets. Great crowds. Again, the homestand comes back in town Monday night with NASCAR night at Hunter Wright Stadium. We were talking about Tim Tebow. He continues. The Lord has honored him for his faithfulness and standing in the gap, and he is who he is, and he's been honored for this. Plus the fact the guy's a heck of a baseball player. He's a heck of an athlete, but he continues to do well at Port St. Lucie.
Oh, absolutely. Guys like Tebow that have been around, and been in the news for a while. That when you get young men and young women out there like that, they're that outspoken. Lots of people are out there trying to tear him down, and nobody's been able to do that with Tebow so far because Tebow is who he says he is. You always, me being a youth minister, I worry about that with my youth. Really looking up to somebody like that, and then come to find out they're not quite what they said they are, and it disappoints our kids. And so obviously, whenever the Mets signed him, I contacted one of our players in extended spring training last year that was down there with him, and I was like, please tell me he's who he says he is. And sure enough, he is. And that's one of the advantages to having not just selling tickets and all that stuff's great, But Tim, being with the organization, spends time with each one of these young men and ministers to them and mentors to them, and it's had an impact on a lot of young men's lives, and not just young men but young women's life as well too. And so that makes me feel great that there is that we have young men and young women out there that are continuing to spread the love of God and are who they say they are, and in the face of adversity are still standing up and saying, no, this is who he should be, and this is who I'm going to be regardless. And so that really makes me excited.
And we should spend more time talking about Tim Tebow and less time about guys like Hugh Freeze, who obviously messed up. And, of course, we serve a God of second chances, but clearly this guy did a bonehead move to be involved with escort services on the company phone, and they fired him immediately as the head football coach at Ole Miss. So we got to, I think, showcase and put on the pedestal more the guys trying to do it right, and ladies. In this case, it's Tim Tebow. We always dedicate our show to the man who hung on the cross, and we have not done that today. So I want you to take a look at that verse, and I want you to read that. And while you're kind of glancing over that, I want to again remind you, as he said, today, back to school sale to all Food City, save 50% off. Fill a specially marked bag with select school supplies. Get 50% off the entire bag with your Food City Value Card. And when you accrue 150 points, of course, then you get 15 cents off a gallon of gas. And so right now, if you come in with your 150 points, it's going to be below $2. Let's see. 204 minus 15 would be 189, right? Buck 80, not 189. $1.89 a gallon if you have your Food City 150 points accrued. And again, one of the specials I want to push out of the Bakery Deli, the Food City Fresh chicken breast tenders for $1.99 a pound. Get that and some of that honey mustard sauce. Woo, that'll set you free. The verse of the day is out of the book of Psalms, actually Psalms 121, 1-8. Take it away, big guy.
Love it. All right, it says, look up, your help comes from me, the maker of heaven and earth. I will not let your foot slip. I will watch over you day and night, and I will keep you from harm both now and forevermore. Your heavenly Father. How awesome is that?
There you go. Yeah. Psalms 121, 1-8. Again, before I let you go, Monday night, run down the nights again.
Monday night's NASCAR night. Tuesday night is Eastman night, which is always really big. A lot of Eastman employees come out. Wednesday night's our senior night presented by Homecroft, where we do baseball bingo. Thursday night is Northeast State night. Friday is Holston Medical Group night, and we wrap it all up Saturday night.
All that's the website, which is
www.kmets.com.
So you get some downtime so you and Mama can go out and hang out. Right?
We're going to go enjoy the day. Yeah, I hadn't got to see her much here lately, and that's my daughter walking right next to her there. So Lakin and April and I are going to go out and enjoy the day together. So
do it. You're a great guy.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you for coming down here. This guy goes anywhere, anytime to promote his product. We appreciate that. Quick break. We'll get on the phone, talk to Bill Patrick. They're racing tonight in the concrete jungle. Also coming up, we'll get you the very latest on Hugh Freeze. Also got to take a look at Major League Baseball. Got some more college football. The Florida Gators lose a big-time player out with a season-ending injury. The Alabama Crimson Tide losing one of their four-star running backs, transferring, not enough playing time. So the Southeastern Conference making some headlines today. We'll take a look at that and more, and also we'll talk a little NASCAR. Getting ready for the big weekend of racing, the doubleheader, the Xfinity Series tomorrow, and the Cup Series on Monday at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Back after this, live at Churchill Food City on the Midnight Madness Sale on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At American Import Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the 8 areas of your vehicle that takes constant continuing education is the air conditioner on your vehicle.
Well, you would think that AC would be a simple one, but it's getting to be a lot bigger than just AC. It's the management of the system, not just AC, but heat and everything. It's a lot more computer controlled than it used to be. It used to be just a little button on the dash that you pushed. Now there's all kinds of electronics involved in that. Braking systems used to be fairly simple. Now some of the newer vehicles, you have to have a computer to actually operate the braking system to make sure that it's okay after you've worked on it. Computer controlled of the engine is becoming very important. There's a lot to that. Each one of these areas, the technology is just tripled and quadrupled in the last few years. It's hard to keep up. You really need to stay in the books and know what's going on with them.
American Import Auto Repair, Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. Blue Lizard Australian Sunscreen originated in Australia, where sunscreen standards are the strictest in the world. Although our products are now manufactured here in the U.S., we continue to adhere to the most stringent Australian standards to offer the best in broad-spectrum sun protection. Blue Lizard, the brand most recommended by pediatricians and dermatologists. Our smart bottle turns blue in the presence of UV rays, reminding you to cover up. You bring the sun, Blue Lizard brings the magic.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do you do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here at the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400, your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Hi, I'm Rob Cole with Bays Mountain Park. There's something for everyone at Bays Mountain Park. Whether you're an outdoor enthusiast or simply looking to get away and relax, Bays Mountain Park in Kingsport, Tennessee is the perfect destination. For only $4 per vehicle, enjoy 3,500 acres of breathtaking scenery, featuring 40 miles of hiking trails, wildlife habitats, one of the Southeast's premier planetariums, and much, much more. For more information, please visit www.baysmountain.com or call us at 423-229-9447. Bays Mountain Park, one of the Tri-City's best places for learning, leisure, and recreation.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show again. Let's hit it one more time. There's our winner, Brian Nidifer from Bristol, Tennessee. Again, we had 9 states represented, all the folks' entries, and so thanks for all. We had them from New York, New York, Wisconsin, Ohio, of course, Tennessee, West Virginia, North Carolina, Kentucky, Virginia, and Georgia, and Florida. We had 10 states represented, so we appreciate that very much. So we'll start Monday with your chance to win tickets to Bristol. Tell you all about that Monday. We're going to be in West Virginia. There he is on the phone, Bill Patrick from the Kingsport Speedway. Good afternoon, sir. Racing tonight at the Concrete Jungle. Tell me about it.
Yeah, we kind of got rained out last Friday night, but we were ready to get fired up tonight. I was over there a little while last night watching them practice, and quite a few cars getting ready, so looks like it's going to be a good night tonight for racing. Only like about a 20% chance of a storm, so I believe we'll get her in.
Who's your late model points leader right now heading into the racing tonight at the Kingsport Speedway?
Well, Chris right now is still leading in points, but Zeke Shell is coming on strong. He's really running hard and looking good. So one bad night for Chris, and Zeke will be leading those points because it's pretty tight.
We're talking to Bill Patrick in the Kingsport Speedway, so it is tight. We're coming down the home stretch. The season's starting to wind down, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not too far left in it. About another month, maybe a month and a half, and we'll be done for the season. So we're probably going to have to try to throw some twin races in there to try to catch up where we might got behind with some rainy weather. So I know we're going to go on through September some at Lonesome Pine, but I'm not sure how far into September we're going to go with Kingsport. Got some crazy stuff coming up at Lonesome Pine here for long with his train races and stuff.
We're talking to Bill Patrick again from the Kingsport Speedway. We got Jason Horton waiting in the wings. Tell us more about the Midnight Madness sales. So set the table tonight. Tell us about the race in Kingsport Speedway. What time's it start? And kind of give us an overview.
So the gates will open about 5 o'clock. We'll be qualifying at 7. We'll be racing at 8 o'clock. then tomorrow night everything backs up, and now we're on some pine. And then Monday night I've got quite a few guys and their families, and a bunch of the cars will Hunter Wright Stadium. Karen's going to have the pace car there, so it's going to be a good night, good fun night for everybody to get our fans to see what goes on there, and they will get their fans to come see what we've done.
Yep, so that's going to be coming up.
That's what we're working for.
There you go. It's coming up Monday night again, NASCAR night at Kingsport Mets, and racing tonight at the Concrete Jungle again at Kingsport Speedway off of John B. Dennis. Tomorrow night they're racing in Lonesome Pine. So before I let you go, give us websites. Website for the Kingsport Speedway and the website for Lonesome Pine.
Okay, it's www.newkingsportspeedway.com and www.lonesomepineraceway.com.
There you go. A great report coming up next Friday. Got a brand new location. We're going to be off of Food City next week, but we're going to be at Sprint, the new Sprint store in North Johnson City. So plan on being there next Friday. Come by the Sprint store and talk to me live if you can, all right?
All right. We'll see what we can do there. Since I'm over here in Johnson City anyway, we can get there.
There you go. Hey, I appreciate you very much. I'll talk to you next week, all right?
That sounds good.
All right, good man right there. I appreciate him so very, very much. Again, our buddy Bill Patrick again for the Kingsport Speedway, and he does a fabulous job. I can't thank him enough, and he's lined me up all these drivers this year. So there is Jason Horton. That ain't Jason, that's Tom Taylor, but here he comes. Hit that magic camera, get the big 7'4" guy in, and boom, there he is. Hello, big dog. How are you?
Glad to be back.
Yeah, I'm glad to be back too. It has been intense in here, to say the least. We're just getting started. It's going to be all the way to midnight tonight, and I've been watching. There's some more Yoo-Hoo going out of here.
I know.
There's some Scott paper towels going out of here. I saw a lot of the laundry detergent go out of here. So run down some of these specials, big guy. This is at all Food Cities. And then also, over and above the Midnight Madness sale, I want to talk about the back-to-school sale that's going on inside the Midnight Madness sale. So it's kind of a double whammy. Tell me about it.
Yeah, we have a lot of good items. As you mentioned earlier, the Yoo-Hoos have been a huge hit. We suspected they would be. Mayfield novelties are on the Midnight Madness sale, $1.49 a six-pack. I mean, I think today might be the hottest day of the year. What better way to quench the heat than to get you a cold brown cow from Mayfield?
Way to go.
Yeah. Food Club large eggs. If you have somebody that does a lot of bacon, my wife does cakes, 18 count. Food Club eggs, 99 cents a piece. That's a great deal on those. We've seen a lot of those move through the store. The Scott tissue, the towels, and toilet paper for $3.99. Kleenex facial tissue for $1. And then again, I can't mention these Cokes enough. 24-pack Cokes. Buy more, save more. 2 for $10. So that's 48 sodas, $10. That's a great deal. Back in the meat department, we have the family pack chicken tenders, $1.99 a pound. There's so many different ways to prepare a chicken. You can't go wrong with a family pack of tenders. Throw them on the grill, fry them up in a pan, bake them in your oven. I'll eat chicken any way you make it. So bring it on in here and try me. Boneless pork one, $1.99 a pound. And we slice those free. You can buy a whole pork one. We slice them to whatever specification you guys would like. So check with one of our butchers back in the meat department. We hook you up.
All this going on the Midnight Madness sale. Again, the Mayfield novelties. Of course, Mayfield ice cream made right here in Tennessee, in Athens, Tennessee. The Mayfield novelties, you got those on sale too. Limit 4. Tell me about those.
The Mayfield novelties, you have brown cows fudge bars, cherry fudge bars, mint fudge bars, creamsicle. You can't go wrong. Orange, creamsicle, popsicles, $1.49 a pack. These are always really popular here. We always go all out for the Mayfield novelties. As I mentioned just a few minutes ago, the Yoo-Hoo 12-pack cans, you can get those for $2.99. That's $1 savings off the regular price, so stock up while we have them on sale. So lots of great things happening. As you can see, the store is absolutely rocking. This is what I call a controlled burn. We expected this, and so we were prepared for it. But it has been wild, but it's my favorite day of the week. So we get the controlled burn, we get through the rush, and then we're ready to restock about 2 o'clock this afternoon.
This guy's awesome. A controlled burn,
yeah.
not a wildfire.
Yeah.
A controlled burn. I'm going to use that. I'll tell you what, that's good stuff. I'm going to use that. I'm going to steal that.
All right.
Controlled burn, it says. Horton says. So, again, we're here live, again at Food City in Churchill. The Food City value card, of course, they get you, that's the key to everything. And you say, well, I don't know anybody that wouldn't, but I guess there's people out there that don't have a Food City value card. That's okay. It only takes minutes to get one, right?
It does. We have them ready and available. Front office takes, you just fill out your name, address, phone number, send it into our corporate office. They get your card. They link it to your account. This gives you great savings. They can do specific coupons generated towards you once you purchase for your household. Not only that, you get the savings at our fuel center. You know, the 150 fuel points get you one visit or 15 cents off per gallon of our regular fuel. And then, of course, don't forget about Wednesday. I know today's Friday. It's never too early to talk about Wednesday. We have the Win-Win Wednesday, and you can use 2 fuel visits, so you can get 30 cents off per gallon. So, and you were saying earlier, you had some friends in West Virginia that were saying how expensive gas is. I was in North Carolina the other day. It's like $2.25, $2.28. And you come in here today, $1.92 a gallon. So even more savings if you just stay local. So you don't even have to take a vacation. You can stay right here in Northeast Tennessee and go see Night Ranger and Rick Springfield live from J. Fred Johnson tonight. So
now I'm expecting Horton. You've never seen this guy. He's 7'4". I'm expecting to see him in the middle of J. Fred Johnson Stadium with a Bic lighter when Night Ranger breaks into Sister Christmas.
Oh man, I'll be moved to tears.
He'll look like the Statue of Liberty in the middle of a sea of people. Of course, tomorrow night is Bare Naked Ladies and Huey Lewis of the News, and Huey Lewis sold. I heard kind of a montage of his hits the other day. I thought, I didn't realize he sang that one and sang this one. So this guy sold 30 million CDs or albums, so this guy's a big deal coming to town, and I understand ticket sales are out the roof for Huey Lewis of the News tomorrow night, and the Bare Naked Ladies. I don't know anything about them, but
they're kind of a 90s pop band. I think tomorrow night will be a really good show. I think those two will really complement each other. And I didn't know much about Huey Lewis either, and some of my friends were playing me some of his songs. I just knew him from Back to the Future and The Power of Love. And he has a lot of hits. Yes, so I think people will be pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, big crowd tomorrow night. And again, so today's the day to come in and get stocked up at all Food Cities. And again, before I let you go, because we're very proud of this, and the Paralyzed Veterans, Richard Petty is the ambassador. And again, if everybody's come through today, and I'm not checking because I'm not supposed to, but if everybody coming through today would just give $1, all these people, the Midnight Madness sell to all the stores, just give $1 for the Paralyzed Veterans of America, then the money we're going to raise, 100% goes right back into the Paralyzed Veterans, the ABLE program, to give them what they deserve, which are benefits and jobs and the health care they've earned for serving us in this great country. Food City, this is an awesome thing you guys do.
Yeah, Food City is very community involved. I think that's how we set our standard above our competitors. And the Mission Able program is one that is near and dear to all of us, all the store managers, up all the way up to Steve Smith, and he sets the bar for us, and we're expected to meet those expectations. But I mean, why would you miss $1? I think about that all the time. They ask me, I go in other Food Cities, and they ask me to donate. Some of them don't even know I'm a store manager, but I always give $1. You're not going to miss that $1. It goes to a great cause. Our Paralyzed Veterans, they go over, they serve our country, they put their lives on the line, and then when they come home and they have the care, and they afford and live comfortably, they have to have adjustments in their housing and everything. So a lot of thought goes into that, but it also takes a lot of dollars. So Food City is willing to step up and help them make ends meet, and I think it's a great thing.
It is a great thing. I love coming out here. I love hanging with Food City. I went back and looked. I've been doing Food City shows for almost 13 years now. It started with the late Ed Moore, who I miss and love dearly, and we all miss him. And so we've carried on the torch for Ed, and so we go to different Food Cities 3 times a month, thanks to Kevin Stafford, the marketing guy. And so, again, in August, we're going to be on Eastman Road, Piney Flats in Blunteville, Pepper Strickland in Blunteville.
Oh man, you need to put it on Strickler. He's a dear friend of mine, but any chance you get to lay it on him.
Saw him at the Crazy Eights, and of course I knew that I was going to stoke the fire, and I said, man, how's your Florida Gators going to do this year? And he said, oh, whoa. He said, whoa, big guy. It's the Seminoles, not the Gators. I said, oh, you like Florida State? And Hubbard's over going, yeah. Jerky's changed, though. Strickland's pretty passionate about his Seminoles, isn't he?
He even has a Florida State spear tattoo. I don't know if he wants me to tell that on air, but it's too late now. So, but I mean, if you're wanting to get a tattoo for your team, I mean, that's dedication, in my opinion.
Have a spear on his arm for the Seminoles.
Yeah, I'm a Mountaineer fan. Did you know that? I'm a West Virginia fan.
No, you're not.
I really am. I've always rooted for West Virginia. I love them. The Mountaineers. Are you really?
Yeah. Up there Monday with. Hopefully, going to have Anthony Lewis on the show talking about the Mountaineers. Going to have the assistant head football coach Todd Goebel Marshall talking about the herd football. Are you really a Mountaineer fan?
I really am. I think you should go to a game.
We should.
Yeah, I know. A couple of years. I don't think it's this year. I think it's next year. I think they play Florida State to open the season. So I think it's 2018 to open the season.
This year, the big one, they're coming to town October the 28th. Oklahoma State's coming out of the Big 12.
Mm-hmm.
Preseason pick number 3. Will Greer, the transfer from Florida, is going to be the quarterback, and they got a lot of hope for him up there in Morgantown for that one. So You're being serious. You just doing that because I'm here?
No, I love West Virginia. Go to my office. I had a customer came in and made me a rocking chair out of used popsicle sticks and painted West Virginia blue and gold with the West Virginia logo, and it sits proudly on my shelf in my office. So
I have to take. What size shirt you wear? Big?
3X. It's just for the torso. I tell you, I may have a little bit of a stomach now, but I tell people it's for the torso. So hook me up, West Virginia.
I may hook you up. I'm going up there Monday to do my show in Charleston, so I'm going to take care of you.
All right.
Ball caps?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got any West Virginia?
I have to keep the sun off this dome, you know. Yeah, I have a West Virginia hat or two, but not many.
Take care of him.
All right.
Take care of my man. All right, good job, my friend. Now, before I get out of here, bring your, if she's still, I think she may went to lunch. If not, your Baker Deli lady, her name is?
Susan Brooks, yeah.
You can get her over here. Let's get her over here in about 10 minutes and let her talk about the Baker Deli, would you?
I'll do it.
All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll come right back. That's Jason Orton, the store manager. We're going to run down the sports. We got lots to talk about. We've got NASCAR. We've got Major League Baseball, some college football next here on the Tom Daly Sports Show, live from Food City in Churchill.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they treat thousands of patients each year dealing with diabetes and its effects. Diabetes overtaking our nation and leaving a path of destruction behind. Through wound care, office visits, and preventive care, they see most of the patients after a problem arises. Using diabetic footwear such as shoes and inserts, a great way to prevent or prolong skin breakdown and amputation. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they use only custom molds from patient mold inserts, which further ensure a great recovery, or better yet, prevents a wound from happening. They use custom molded shoes, bracing, custom inserts, and extra depth diabetic shoes to prevent wounds or other skin issues from beginning. Call today, 1-800-524-4447. 39 years, 6 locations, 1 family. Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, 1-800-524-4447. If you're catching some waves or just playing in the yard, it is important to protect yourself. You may not feel the sun's heat, but UV rays can still damage your skin even in cloudy weather. Blue Lizard Sunscreen, recommended by pharmacists and dermatologists nationwide. Our SPF 30-plus formulations use only the highest quality ingredients for broad spectrum protection. As a reminder to protect yourself, our bottle turns blue when UV light is present. Blue Lizard, we've got you covered.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
And maybe we can even hit about the OJ thing and dispel the rumors about the Browns, signing them to play, and stuff like that. So
here we go.
Okay, here we go.
We are live. We're talking to a man off air again. He is with us live in Cincinnati on the phone. Dave Martin from WLW Radio in Cincinnati. Good afternoon, sir. How you doing?
I'm wonderful, Tommy. How's everything going in your neck of the woods?
It is hot down here. We love it. Heating up for the big weekend. And, boy, I tell you, look at your baseball team in Cincinnati. They are just god-awful. The Reds are terrible. Homer Bailey pitches tonight. Miami comes to town. The Marlins they're not world beaters, but they're better than the Reds. So what are you hearing up there? We keep talking about this every week, but how are they going to fix the Reds, or is there any talk about fixing the Reds?
Well, I'll tell you what, the way their pitching's gone, there's just probably really no fixing them. I guess the biggest thing that I'd be worried about is Homer Bailey continuing on his upward trend in looking towards next year, build up his arm strength. I don't think that he would be trade bait at this particular point in time. Really, from all the speculation, the Reds have only got maybe 2 pitchers, and their one starter, Feldman, and one of the relievers that might get them any trade bait. But I think the Reds have definitely got to start making some moves and thinking about next year and year on out, because they're just not getting it done. And really, it's a troubling trend. You look around Major League Baseball, and I follow the Indians a little bit closer than the Reds, or at least I have last few years and stuff. And the Indians went out there and they played the worst 2 teams in the majors, with the Snowflakes there in San Fran and their kissing cousins there in Oakland, and they got beat up. They got beat up 1-5. They won 1 game. They had a 2-run lead yesterday against San Fran and stuff, and Santana makes an error, double play ball hit right to him, and it goes right between his legs. So it lets in a run, and 2 guys get on base, and then Buster Posey clubs a 3-run homer. So instead of the Indians winning the game 4-2, they end up losing 5-4 and go 1-6 on the road trip. And I told you that I look for the Indians to make it to the World Series. But these players nowadays, I'm telling you what, it's pathetic the way some of these teams have come back since the All-Star break, and they can't even win a game. They can't do anything except strike out, take the field. Of course, they're all smiling and joking around and this and that. I mean, that's not the baseball that I grew up knowing. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you 100%. We're talking to Dave Martin live at WLW Radio in Cincinnati. As far as the Reds go, with any sports team, if I can see some improvement, I'll ride the train with you if I see anything, any kind of getting better. But honest to Pete, of course, I'm down here. You're up there close to the fire, as they say. But I don't see any improvement.
Yeah.
They're 40 and 55. They're 10.5 out. The last 2 years they've been out. They've been 35 games under 500. They're heading that way again. So, if you're showing me any kind of improvement, I'll hang with you. But is it just me? I just don't see any improvement of the Reds right now.
No, there's no improvement. I mean, they've got some guys that have put up decent numbers. With Joey Votto and their all-star shortstop and stuff, and a few other guys swinging the bats good. But you just can't go into ball games and get yourself down 7-0, 10-2, and pitchers just getting rocked here and there, and they can't throw strikes, and then they got a sore shoulder, they got a sore elbow, and this and that. I mean, that's it starts with being able to pitch and they catch the ball. Now, one of the interesting things that we talk about is pitching and stuff, and I was going back and looking at some of my articles, and there was an interesting story about drop-in action could be issues and troubling numbers. I don't know if you followed that story or not, but do you realize that we got the lowest mark since 1972 with the cumulative batting averages, which is only 251, which I believe it. A lot of these guys, they're lucky to hit 220, a buck 85, and they're getting paid 10, 15, $20 million. Then they can't catch a grounder hit to them. What the hell good are they? And it says the highest mark ever, 8.23 strikeouts per team. The highest rate ever home runs. Sure, home runs are up, but these guys are all striking out, and then it's just the game's changing. And of course, now you got a lot of these old school pitchers. They're talking about this baseball. They juiced it up, or they cut down on the seams to try to make it for more home runs. I don't know, that half goofball commissioner or whatever. He's trying to do something to get the fans to turn on out. But then I read other stories about old school ball players and stuff talking about, they look down on you if you try to, slap the ball between the infield or just get on base and want to steal a base. The managers won't let you run. There's no hit and run in baseball. It's all, trying to look for the long ball in stuff, and guys throwing 95 miles an hour, then their arms blown out in 2 years or something. It don't make any sense. So it's going to be troubling because I think attendance is going to really start dropping on down, and people aren't going to watch it on TV, and the only thing you're going to wait for is the playoffs, the World Series, and I'm getting that same way. I'm disgusted with these modern-day ball players. I mean, it's all about stats. It's not about playing the game right and trying to win and playing hard 162 games. I mean, who the hell wants to go out there and see a team get beat up like what the Reds have been doing here in the last, 10 games and, get beat 14-2 or something like that? That's a disgrace. I ain't going to go waste any money on them.
We're talking to Dave again. He's live with us in Cincinnati, WLW Radio. Well, here's the telltale sign. I'm sitting there looking at the box score last night. The sellout of the Reds is 42,319. They had in the ballpark last night 19,711. It was not even half full. There's no way Walt Jocketty and Castellini can let that continue. There's nobody coming to the games. The Reds are not very good, so we've kind of pretty much nailed them for all intents and purposes. But there's troubles in Cincinnati, no question. Let's talk about the Cavaliers for a second. What's going on with LeBron and the boys and the Cavaliers up there in Ohio?
Yeah, well, LeBron might as well just go ahead and hang the GM tag around there because he seems like he's calling the shots. At least he's sure crying like a little baby and stuff like that because all these other teams are supposedly getting stronger and stuff. And it says here, a lot of anxiety mounts for Cavs fans. I'm a Cavs fan, and I don't see anxiety. I like this move. They got this young kid from Turkey who is a hell of a good-looking ball player, 22-year-old Turkish forward, Cecil Osman, and they paid some money to get him out of Europe, and they bought out his contract. He's 6'8", 215, and he loves playing defense. He's a hell of a passer. He's one of the best players. He's playing in the rookie league now, and that's what the Cavs need. They don't need more guys to shoot the ball. Hell, they've got 3, 4, 5, 6 guys that love to gun the ball, especially LeBron and stuff. They need guys to play defense and rebound. And, LeBron's good buddy at Trish Thompson, he lobbied hard for him to get a big sweetheart contract and stuff. Then in the playoffs, he can't even grab 3 rebounds. And, of course, I find out later that he's hanging around with one of those Kardashian babes, and that's a kiss of death right there. You know that. So, it's the same thing in the NBA. They think, all these high-powered guys and look at their stats and blah, blah, blah. Those stats don't win you games, especially in the playoffs. You got to be able to play good, tough, hardcore defense, and you got to be able to do it for the full length of the game, not just spots here and there. And so that's where I think the Cavs got to make their moves. They're talking about signing Derrick Rose. I don't know if they've got that deal done or not. And if he can stay healthy, sure, he's a hell of a ball player, and he would be a tremendous help to Kyrie, take off some of the wear and tear on him and keep him fresh for the fourth quarter and stuff. So I would like that move, but they still got to get somebody to plug up that center position. I'd trade that Thompson the hell out of there. Either that or get him in the weight room and see if you can turn him around because, he's a talented player when he does what he's only good at, and that's rebounding and maybe trying to block some shots, at least plug up the middle. But so the Cavs, there's still a lot of speculation what's going on, but LeBron ought to quit crying, and if he wants to, be the GM, just let Gilbert give him the GM tag and sign him for another 3 years or something, he can, take responsibility for the whole team. But, the NBA, I mean, they're getting more headlines than baseball right now.
There you go. We're talking to our buddy again, Dave Martin. He will be with us. I'll be with him tonight on his show in Cincinnati and tomorrow night. Tell us how we can hear you down here in Tennessee and hear you across 38 states. Where are we going to be where I can hear you?
Yeah, I'm going to be on America's Trucking Network, and that's 700 WLW on the AM dial. And that is home of the Reds and the Bengals. And we'll talk more about the Bengals. There's no real news to report right now. And, of course, the Cincinnati Bearcats and Xavier basketball and stuff. But I'll be on there hanging out with the truckers and the bikers and the veterans. And, we get into all kinds of stuff. It's just for, good old school talk radio. And that's midnight to 5 a.m. So it's for the night owls. You know what I mean? But the other thing that's nice, and I'm finding out from the truckers and stuff, they love going back and listening to the podcast because the podcasts are always, 5 minutes after we're done doing an hour segment, it's recorded and posted, so people can always go back and listen to that. But we'll talk about everything. I got to dispel a lot of rumors because, now that the juice is going to be loose, they're talking about the Browns trying to sign him, and and putting them in on goal line situations and stuff like that. I don't think there's any truth to that, but that could be a drawing card.
The guy's 70
having
years
OJ.
old. You talk about
Well,
OJ?
that's okay. What the hell?
You talk about
He
OJ
can outplay
Simpson?
some of these other guys. He's been in the slammer, so he's probably tough as nails. You know that.
Dave Martin from,
But anyhow.
from WLW Radio in Cincinnati. I will talk to you tonight about the juice and everything else, all right?
Yeah, we'll talk about that. And my pal, the Trumpster, I mean, he's making all kinds of headlines. He's firing them and hiring them and laying down the gauntlet there, and he's all riled up and stuff. So, I mean, there's all kinds of news to talk about, and some of it's even sports. And we'll talk about the good old boys and stuff, because I know that you've got a lot of stuff to report now about. It looks like some things are starting to shake loose there. So it's nonstop. Me and you could be on the air 24/7. I still think we would never get everything in we'd want to talk about. You know what I mean?
You got it. Hey, got to run. I'll see you tonight. I'll talk to you tonight.
Okay.
Appreciate you. Great job. I'll talk to you this evening, all right?
Thank you, brother. I'll see you.
Yep, good man right there, our buddy Dave Martin, live from WLW Radio in Cincinnati. So we're going to go from him to, let's get this young lady on here out of the Bakery Deli here at Food City. Her name is Jane. And we're going to be in West Virginia on Monday broadcasting live. Voila, there she is. Let me get this microphone back hot. And hello, young lady. How are you? Good. We got some specials out of the Bakery Deli. Now, let me get the Midnight Madness sale. First off, we got these chicken tenders for $1.99. Food City Fresh chicken breast tenders for $1.99 a pound. Angel Food Cake for
$2.99.
Been selling those this morning.
We've been selling all those, and they're really good. They're in-house cakes, and they're really good cakes to take on a picnic or anything.
Good till midnight tonight.
That's
All
right. Uh-huh.
And what else we got?
Well, we have a new sandwiches here at the Food City in Churchill. We have they're called Stacker Combos, and you can get you some chips and a drink and your meat for $5 with your value card. We also have some brand new sandwiches that we're really excited about, and they are chicken salad sandwiches, tuna and egg, and you can get a chip and a drink with that, and any kind of sandwich you want for $3. I think that's a pretty good deal. So y'all need to come by Food City and see us today. Our sale's going to last till 12 o'clock tonight. We have about anything that you want.
Mustard potato salad.
Yes.
99 cents a pound.
99 cents a pound.
The chicken breast tenders for $1.99. The Angel Food Cake coming out of the Bakery Deli. If you're getting ready to go to a picnic and need some kind of a tray, you guys, can you do trays?
We do trays. We do sub trays, sandwich trays, ham and cheese trays, just about anything you want to do to take on your picnic.
Going on a picnic, we got, of course, we got the mustard potato salad on sale. What other kind of salads do you have?
We have coleslaw that's made in-house. It's real good. We have chicken salad. We have broccoli salad. They're all made in-house. And we also have our 8-piece chicken that you can buy on the trays. And we also have our chicken tenders are really good, and you can make combos out of those too. You can get you some green beans or some potato salad or anything you want to go with it, and that's at a real good price too.
There you go. It's all at the Bakery Deli here, but all these prices and all these good foods at all the Bakery Delis across the Food City chain. So, so far, what's been the hottest seller out of the Bakery Deli in the Midnight Madness? The Angel Food Cake, or the mustard potato salad, or the chicken tenders?
I think the mustard potato salad is our best seller today.
Flying out of here so far.
Yes.
99 cents a pound.
99 cents a pound.
That's good
Yep.
stuff.
And we also, don't forget, on all of our stores too, we have our deli, and you get your meals now for a little while. You get your meat and 2 sides and your drink for $6 with your value card. You can't beat that anywhere.
You can't make it for that good.
No, you can't.
So, when you're on break and you get to eat Food City food, what's Jane eat?
I eat chicken tenders. They're good, and we have our hamburger steaks are real good too. And you can get French fries with those. That's really good. That's a good seller for us too.
Yep.
Yeah, and you get your drink with that free. So not many places you can get stuff free, so you need to come by and see us today.
There you go. Great job, young lady.
Thank you.
Yep. Miss Jane again from Food City here in Churchill. Appreciate her very much. We're here live again at the Tom Taylor Sports Show. And again, I want to say one more time, big congratulations to our Dollywood winner. 2 one-day passes went to Brian Knightifer out of Bristol, Tennessee. If you did not win, you do not have to fret, because we got a new contest starting on Monday for you to win tickets to go to Bristol Motor Speedway, the Food City 300, right around the corner. I can tell you that. It is going to be here in 28 days from today. We'll be sitting in the high banks in Bristol doing the track announcing. It's going to be a lot of fun. And so we are 28 days out. And so you would want to most definitely be ready to go for the Food City 300. Austin Dillon back in to defend his crown from that race, and there's the hat, the Food City 300. Tickets are on sale right here to all Food Cities, by the way. You get your tickets. I want to say hello to Janet Schneider. She's watching the show today. I haven't talked to her in a long, long time. She's a sweetheart. She and Paul, and of course, Kristen is watching as well. And so Kristen's married now, so good people. I know back in the day we helped Kristen do some, helped her with some announcing and doing some speech things, and learned she wanted to be in the media. And so hello to Kristen and her mama, Janet, good peeps, and we appreciate them very much. As promised, we'll take a break. We'll come right back, and we'll wrap up the show with sports. I'll tell you what's going on in baseball. We'll tell you what's going on in college football. As promised, I'll also tell you we're going to be on the road Monday in West Virginia. Tell you all about that. As we go to the break, check this out right here. This is really cool. Here is the video of Dale Earnhardt Jr. This is the short version. We'll play the long one before we get out of here in the show, but check this out. Here's 30 seconds. If you've never been to Bristol Motor Speedway, watch this video. I promise you, you'll want to be there. This place is awesome. We're going to have a big house in there in 29 days for the Bass Pro Shop NRA night race, the final stand for Dale Earnhardt Jr. at Bristol Motor Speedway.
If you're not a race fan and I send you to Bristol, you're going to be a race fan when you leave.
The most popular track on the circuit
Let me tell you, don't count that 88 out. He's pretty darn good.
says goodbye to NASCAR's most popular driver.
Hell yeah!
The Bass Pro Shops NRA night race, August 19th. Your last chance to see Junior run the night race.
Man, this is one of the biggest wins of my career.
Why is that?
It's Bristol, baby!
This is the place where you can forget all about work for a while and celebrate the good old US of A. And take in the best bumper-banging, fist-waving, hero-making short track race of the year, the Bass Pro Shops NRA Night Race. And kids' tickets are just $10. Be there August 19th, because it ain't just another race. It's Bristol, baby.
Trucks, and more trucks at Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City. We have a huge selection of over 400 new Silverados to choose from, with over 700 total Chevrolets in stock, with savings that are bigger than our massive selection. Silverado Double and Crew Cab All-Stars, $11,000 off MSRP. Malibu LT, 20% off. 17 Colorado, $19,995. 17 Equinox, $21,445. Don't miss out on one of the best times to buy a new Chevrolet with savings that will leave you asking, how do they do that? At Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City.
At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they treat thousands of patients each year dealing with diabetes and its effects. Diabetes overtaking our nation and leaving a path of destruction behind. Through wound care, office visits, and preventive care, they see most of the patients after a problem arises. Using diabetic footwear such as shoes and inserts, a great way to prevent or prolong skin breakdown and amputation. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they use only custom molds from patient mold inserts, which further ensure a great recovery, or better yet, prevents a wound from happening. They use custom molded shoes, bracing, custom inserts, and extra depth diabetic shoes to prevent wounds or other skin issues from beginning. Call today, 1-800-524-4447. 39 years, 6 locations, 1 family. Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, 1-800-524-4447.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
Back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. Let's run down Major League Baseball real quick and let you know what's happening there. Last night it was the Mets beating the Cardinals 3-2. Pirates, look out. Don't look now. Here come the Pirates. They beat the Brewers 4-2 for a sweep. They won 5 in a row. They're 6-1 since the All-Star break and 11-5 in July. So the Pirates making some noise. Diamondbacks all over the Reds 12-2. That's no surprise. Only 19,000 less than half full in Cincinnati. So in all seriousness, if you want to go watch Major League Baseball, get you a pretty good seat. You want to go watch the Reds play because there's nobody there to watch them. And understandably so, they're not very good. Blue Jays beat the Red Sox 8-6. Orioles over the Rangers 9-7. The Royals all over Detroit 16-4. The Braves go to L.A. and snap the Dodgers 11-game winning streak, beating Los Angeles in Dodger Stadium last night 6-3. Yankees over the Mariners 4-1. Padres beat the Giants 5-2. And again, the Pirates have pulled to 500 for the first time since April, and they were 6-6. So this team's making some noise. So keep an eye on Pittsburgh in the Central. The Cubs also making some noise in the National League Central. Run down the schedule for you coming up in a moment. Again, trade deadline comes up July the 31st. Who's out there still for the making and for the taking? The Twins are reportedly nearing a deal to acquire Jaime Garcia from the Braves, who's scheduled to pitch tonight for Atlanta. More about that in a moment. The Mariners acquiring relief pitcher David Phelps from the Marlins in exchange for 4 prospects. Let's see. Astros may be getting serious in talks with Oakland about their starting pitcher, Sonny Gray. Astros can make a run at Justin Verlander of Detroit as well. Let's see. Who else is out there right now? 13 teams have interest in relief pitcher Justin Wilson from Detroit. Let's see. The Brewers may be interested in Justin Verlander as well. So the Royals may have interest in trading for Cardinals starting pitcher Lance Lynn. So there's some folks out there. Again, the trade deadline, as we said, wraps up July the 31st. So, again, keep an eye on what's going on across the bigs, and we'll have an update for you on Monday. We'll be live again on the road at Hardee's in Charleston, West Virginia. Got that new Hawaiian chicken sandwich coming out. We'll tell you all about that when we're there in South Charleston on Monday. Here is the schedule, by the way, from last night. Let's run down for you the standings. Washington heading into the weekend series is Washington with an 11.5 game lead over Atlanta in the East. In the National League Central, Milwaukee with a 1 game lead over the Cubs. Pittsburgh only 3 back, and the Cardinals are catching fire. They're 4.5 back in the Central. In the West, the Dodgers continue to lead Arizona and Colorado by 11 games. In the American League, Boston with a 2.5 game lead over Tampa Bay. In the Central, Cleveland, it's down to a half game lead over the Minnesota Twins. Kansas City 2 back, Detroit 5 out. In the West, Houston continues to play the best baseball in the American League. They are 15.5 games ahead of second place Seattle in the American League Western Division. Your baseball game goes like this. Your schedule for today. First off, in the American League, everything under the lights. Houston opens up a series in Baltimore. Oakland and New York to battle the Mets. Texas and Tampa Bay. Cleveland home to Toronto. Detroit will be in Minnesota to battle the Twinkies. Kansas City home to the Chicago White Sox. Boston on the left coast to take on the Los Angeles Angels. And the Yankees will be in the Pacific Northwest to battle the Seattle Mariners. In the National League, 1 day game starting at 2:20. Big one, too. The Cubs and the Cardinals will get after it. It'll be Jake Arrieta for the Cubs, and Martinez will go for the Cardinals at 2:20 first pitch at Wrigley Field in Chicago this afternoon. Everything else under the lights, Milwaukee at Philadelphia, Miami and Cincinnati to battle Homer Bailey and the Reds, Oakland and New York. The Pirates will move on, open up a series in Colorado, one of the hottest teams in the bigs right now. Washington are the Pirates. Washington at Arizona. You have Atlanta, as we said, in L.A. to battle the Dodgers again for Game 2. Jaime Garcia for Atlanta, and Wood, who's 11-0, will go for the Dodgers, who at one point Braves had him and let him go, and so he's going to pitch against his former team. And then San Diego and San Francisco tonight in the big leagues. British Open round 2 underway again, and your leader, clubhouse leader after day 1, of course, was Jordan Spieth, the American, which is good, at the Royal Birkdale Golf Club in Southport, England. Again, a $10.25 million purse. Round 2, it's Jordan Spieth leading up again at the British Open in England. Appalachian League Baseball tonight. Where can you watch the Appalachian League Baseball? Here in the Tri-Cities. In Elizabethton, the Twins hosting Burlington. In Johnson City, the Cardinals play host to Danville. And in Greenville, the Astros at Astros Park playing host to Pulaski. Kingsport will be on the road at Princeton tonight. The standings in the Western Division, Elizabethton with a 1.5 lead over Greenville. In the Eastern Division, Pulaski leads Bluefield by a game in the Appalachian League. So that's what's happening in Major League Baseball. Again, college football, big situations going on. We told you earlier about Hugh Freeze being fired on the spot. In essence, he got let go immediately for conduct. This is a quote from the athletic director from the Ole Miss Rebels: a pattern of conduct not consistent with our expectations as the leader of the football program. Again, we go back and tell you what happened. He, in essence, was caught making calls to escort services on the school phone, not just one, but multiple calls. Now, Hugh Freeze lied to the athletic director. That kind of got it going. He said there was an area code. Well, I'll just read it. Freeze claims the call he made was a misdial. Sources confirm this is also the explanation he has given to his superiors. I've got no idea, to be honest, Freeze said. When asked about the call, I was in an 813 area code, and that was a 313 number. May have been a butt dial or a misdial. I don't think there was even a conversation. There's nothing to it. Okay? When athletic director Ross Bjork received that excuse from Freeze, he decided to follow up. He did. Freeze admitted to the misconduct, which Ole Miss says is totally unrelated to the NCAA inquiry which is going on. So after being confronted by Vitter, the president, or the chancellor, and Bjork, his resignation comes with no buyout, no settlement. He walks away. And this guy was making big bucks as the coach for the Ole Miss Rebels. So, again, it is all based on what he did, and this has nothing to do with the investigation underway by the NCAA. This is of a personal nature. And so Hugh Freeze out. And again, the interim coach is Matt Luke, the interim coach of the Ole Miss Rebels. He will be the interim coach for 2017. They checked Freeze's phone records. They found a pattern of conduct not consistent with our expectations as a leader of our football program. So says the chancellor and the athletic director. And again, the calls, which calls, plural, to escort services. Freeze resigned. The school does not owe him a dime. And so he walks away with I guess his pride, or maybe not his pride, but he's no longer in the football head coach at the Ole Miss Rebels, which really puts him in a bad spot. 2 weeks or so away, less than a month away anyway, from the start of fall practice for the Ole Miss Rebels. Alabama becoming a modern-day running back university under Nick Saban. Mark Ingram, Trent Richardson, T.J. Yeldon, Derrick Henry, Damian Harris among those. B.J. Emmons won't be part of that. Emmons, a 4-star prospect from Morganton, North Carolina, transferring from the program, along with former 3-star cornerback Aaron Robinson. In 7 games as a freshman in 2016, Emmons rushed 35 times, 173 yards and a touchdown, and so suffered a fracture in his foot prior to the LSU game, which ended his freshman campaign. Also, Emmons was expected to be one of the big running backs this year. He's 6 foot, 210-pound back. He is a bruiser and also quick as well. And so he is out. Also, Aaron Robinson, the defensive cornerback for Alabama, transferring out. And so is Emmons, the 4-star prospect from Morganton, North Carolina, says, nope, I want to move on and go somewhere else where I can play more. So he is out by his own decision out of the running back core for the Alabama Crimson Tide. Here locally, one of the most sought-after recruits in our area is Union High School tight end James Mitchell out of Virginia. He has narrowed his teams down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 schools. Those would be Tennessee, Virginia Tech, South Carolina, Duke, and Georgia. 6'4", 218, rising senior. He is a 4-star prospect and ranked as the 13th best tight end in the country in high school football. And so he has said he has narrowed it down to Georgia, Duke, South Carolina, Virginia Tech, and Tennessee. And so those are the finalists that we're going to try and get his services for the next 4 years as a tight end in college football. Florida making a strong case to be considered one of the best teams over the last decade. Bad news hit the defensive backfield as, again, they have kind of like running backs at Alabama. Florida's known for the defensive backs. Well, the one they really thought was going to step up that big-time season, gone for the year, suffered a torn right Achilles tendon, suffered that injury Wednesday, and team run activities. He is Marcel Harris. And so as a coach, says Jim McElwain, this is one of the hardest things you are faced with. Here's a kid who made great personal growth during the time he was here and has really matured both on and off the field. Very tough to see this happen to him. And so Harris had a team-high 73 tackles, 4 for loss, a sack, 2 interceptions and a fumble return for a touchdown last season. And so his first as a full-time starter. He's 6'1", 210-pound native of Orlando. And so Marcel Harris out for the season with a torn Achilles tendon in the defensive secondary for the Florida Gators. So that's what's happening there. Let's switch gears real quick to NASCAR. Tell you what's happening in Indianapolis. Here is your schedule for today. They have lots of activities going on, again, in Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Starting at 1 o'clock, which we're there, 1 to 1:55 is Xfinity Series practice, and we'll stop at 2 o'clock, pick back up at 3, and go with Xfinity Series practice there as well. That's today. Tomorrow, you got Monster Energy Cup practice, twice tomorrow, then pole qualifying tomorrow afternoon for the Xfinity Series. They'll run it, pole qualifying at 12:45. They'll run it at 3:30 tomorrow. The Lilly Diabetes 250 at Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the Xfinity Series. Kyle Busch, the defending champ of that race. And then they'll have pole qualifying tomorrow night for Sunday's running of the Brantley Gilbert Big Machine Brickyard 400. And of course, there'll be stage racing there for the first time. Stage racing again tomorrow for the Xfinity Series. Stage 1 ends on lap 30, stage 2 on lap 60, and the final stage ends on the 100th lap tomorrow. Then on Sunday for the Cup race, you have stage 1 ends on lap 50, stage 2 ends on lap 100, and the final stage wraps up on that 160th lap. Again, at the Brantley Gilbert Big Machine Brickyard 400, Sunday at 2:30 at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. So there you go. And right now you have your top 10 in points going into the racing on Sunday. Martin Truex Jr., then comes Kyle Larson, Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick, Denny Hamlin, Chase Elliott, Jamie McMurray, Brad Keselowski, Jimmy Johnson, and Clint Boyer, the top 10. Who does well in Indianapolis? Just run them down for you. Of course, Jimmy Johnson is the granddaddy of them all. Lope, as far as the current drivers, the 4 wins and 6 top 5s under his belt. Kevin Harvick's one there. He's also got 5 top 5s for Harvick. Also, Kyle Busch, the defending champ of the race, with 2 wins and 5 top 5s and 10 top 10s. Clint Boyer runs well at Indianapolis in the Stewart-Haas Racing Ford Fusion, the number 14 ride. A couple of top 5s and 3 top 10s for Boyer. Like to see him break into the victory column this weekend. Dale Jr., 1 top 5 and 5 top 10s. Of course, in the Hendrick Motorsports Chevrolet SS, Denny Hamlin has 4 top 5 finishes at Indianapolis. Casey Kane looking for a much-needed win in that number 5 Hendrick Motorsports Chevrolet SS. 3 top 5s and 6 top 10s for Casey Kane. Matt Kenseth has 8 top 5 finishes and 11 top 10s for Kenseth at Indianapolis. And Brad Keselowski with 3 top 10s coming out of Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And so that's where the racing's going to be hot and heavy this weekend. Again, tomorrow for the Lilly Diabetes 250, and also on Sunday for the Brantley Gilbert Brantley Gilbert Big Machine Brickyard 400 on Sunday afternoon. So that's what's happening there. Hey, we got racing coming up in 28 days from tonight. You've got it right there. It is the Food City 300, and Dale Jr. is going to be there. How about this right here? I want to stick this in real quick, and we'll come back and wrap it up with our buddy Al Albiker from Grip Energy Drink. Here is a minute 55. I found this. I called the Speedway and I asked Drew, I said, can I run this on my show? This is awesome. This is a minute 55 clip about Dale Jr. This shows this is his favorite track, and it'll show why at Bristol. It'll show pictures of him up here with his daddy, the late Dale Sr., and it's just a great piece for a minute 55. It's well worth watching and listening. So if you're watching on screen, check it out. This is one where you want to watch the video as much as listen to the audio. So here it is. It's about a minute 55 of Dale Jr. coming to Bristol for the final time. It looks like this on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Final lap for Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Bristol is special to me because I've been going there since I was a little kid. I remember watching races on top of old vans and stuff from the infield with my buddies, and wishing I was out there and wondering what it would be like to eventually race on the track one day.
There's a lot of things that change over time. One of the things that doesn't change is Bristol.
And here's Dale Earnhardt going by his son to take over the 8th position.
160,000 here at Bristol on their feet heavily partisan crowd at a place where his father had so much success.
And tonight, Dale Earnhardt Jr. is here after winning the night race at Bristol.
Welcome to Bristol Motor Speedway. It's billed as the last great Coliseum, and this place lives up to the hype.
The racing there is the standard for short track racing.
Look at Junior getting a great start. Let me tell you, don't count that 88 out. He's pretty darn good.
If you're not a race fan and I send you to Bristol, you're going to be a race fan when you leave.
Hell yeah! Dale Earnhardt Jr. wins the Sharpie 500 at Bristol.
And this is one of the biggest wins of my career.
Why is that?
It's Bristol, baby!
That's an incredible piece again. Dale Jr. again, his last race at Bristol Motor Speedway, 29 nights from tonight. And tickets on sale at all food cities. Again, for the Bass Pro Shop NRA night race, adult tickets are $60. Kids tickets are $10. Again, for the Food City 300, which will be 28 days or 28 nights from tonight. Food City 300, the 25th anniversary. Again, Austin Dillon back in to defend his crown from a year ago. Kids 10 and under, or 12 and under, get in free for that event. And we'll start on Monday qualifying you to win tickets to both the Food City 300 and that doubleheader coming up on Wednesday, August the 16th. That'll be the Camping World Truck Series UNOH 200. Ben Kennedy back to defend his crown in that race. And then also the Bush's Beans 150 and Eric Goodell also defending his crown as well from a year ago, the Bush's Beans 150. Interestingly enough, Chevrolet is the official car of Bristol Motor Speedway in all 4 races last year. Goodell in the Bush's Beans 150, he won with a Chevrolet. Ben Kennedy in the Camping World Truck Series won with a Chevrolet truck. And the Food City 300, it was the Chevrolet by Austin Dillon winning that race. And then, of course, the night race, the Bass Pro Shop NRA night race, won by Kevin Harvick rather than a Chevrolet. So the bow ties dominated Bristol Motor Speedway last year in 2016, and we certainly hope that'll pattern will continue coming up again this year as well. Al, you want to get him back on there one more time before we get out of here? I know we're running way over, and that's okay. We can do that because this is our show, and so. Jump in here and go, big guy. Al's in the house with Grip Energy Drink. Won't keep him long because he is flying solo now. And you've been giving away stuff over there, so let's get him back up here and hit this right here because let's get Al back on the screen. And boom, there he is with Grip Energy Drink. I just finished off my root beer. I may get one for the road too. I heard you tell a guy a while ago, said you got to get one for the road. You're out here in the foyer sampling, and what's been the flavor of choice? What are they like?
A little bit of everything. I got a lot of people that are liking the sugar-free orange, and they're not normally sugar-free drinkers, so they like the taste, which is a good thing.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Now, calories, carbs, not a whole lot in these sugar-free drinks. Tell us about it.
Okay, so in the sugary drinks, as far as that goes, the good thing about it is because of using natural ingredients, your body knows how to get rid of it. So it doesn't stay in your body long. Your body actually needs some sort of sugar, and so the natural sugar supplies that. In the artificial, or what you want to call sugar-free, we can't use the word diet, but the sugar-free ones, actually the good thing about those for us right now is people can't believe they're sugar-free. They think that it has sugar. I even, when we had the pour this last time, the production run, I even had Ryan, the owner, make sure he would check because I thought there has to be some mistake, but there wasn't. So people are really liking it, and we just need to get it out there. They're brand new, only been on the market, the sugar-frees, about 3 weeks now. So if you're in Food City, Midnight Madness going on, We're not only here at Churchill, we're at Bonham Road and over in Van Zant right now doing sampling.
So you got 3 crews out.
Yes.
Passing out samples.
Yes.
Samples. So we've got some here on the table. Folks come up and just they've said, are these for free? So yes, they're a catch. I said, no, just drink and enjoy it. So there you go. And so white grape, there's only one of those left. The orange are gone, the sugar-free orange. Got some root beer here, got some pineapple. We've got the pink grapefruit and also the sugar-free pink grapefruit. And got some lemon lime and white grape as well.
Yep, so, some nice little grip stickers that they can get and put on their car too.
That's cool. That looks good too. All this again available. We got the ball cap, and again, you all are going to be involved in this race, not tomorrow night, but next Saturday evening in Lonesome Pine. Tell me about that.
Next Saturday, it's the Southeast Super Truck Series, sponsored by Grip Energy. It's called the Grip Energy Drink Tour. We're going to be over there with the Super Trucks. They have Super Stock, which is really the late model. They have real cool class, the Carolina Vintage. These guys, so we were at Newport last weekend, and I was explaining to Tanner, our rep down in the Knoxville area. He came up to help us. And I said, yeah, the thing about this class is, I said, you don't have to worry. They're not going to get too close and rub because they want to take care of their cars. No sooner than I said that, one guy tags one of the cars, spins him out, and there it goes, man. I'd hate to be that guy, but the Carolina Vintage will be racing over there as well, and they have a thing called the Mini Cups, and those things fly.
Yes, they do. Little tiny car, not much bigger than this table. They can flat scoot.
Right.
Yeah. So all that going on. Again, that's going to be coming up next Saturday night, and Food City's involved there with a kind of a competition.
Yep. So Food City is a presenting sponsor, and because there's more stores around that track up there, we devised a competition between stores for a pit crew contest. So whoever can change the tires the fastest is going to walk away with the award and bragging rights for that area for a year.
There you go. That's next Saturday, not tomorrow night, but next Saturday night at Lonesome Pine Raceway in Coburn, Virginia. Hope the weather holds up, and it's going to be a hot night tonight at the Concrete Jungle, again at Kingsport Speedway, and the guy driving the Grip Energy car, Chris Van Dyke, will be over there. He's a points leader in the late model series, so that's always going to be up on top, and so he'll be challenging and getting challenged by all the other drivers. He's got the target on his back right now. Everybody wants to knock him off.
Yeah, they want to figure out some way, and definitely that track promotes. You have to be an aggressive driver to get to the front there, so a lot of feelings get hurt every Friday night.
We always say that at Bristol too. It's a hurt feeling track because people come out there with their feelings hurt. The girlfriends are mad, the wives are mad, kids are mad. So it's going to be hot tonight. That kind of just sparks some extra tempers because of the heat and humidity. So it's going to be a great night tonight. Kingsport Speedway, and again, the Grip Energy Food City car. Chris Van Dyke will be out there in action. The high banks of Kingsport Speedway. In closing, again, we're talking to Al Albiker. You see here on the sales and marketing director for Grip Energy Drink. We had the owner here last week, flew in from New York, and got a chance to hang out with him, and maybe he's listening. I know we had some New York Dollywood entries, so I've got to feel like some of the folks watching Ryan last week, he was on the show, and he said a bunch of his buddies up in New York were razzing about being on the show. So hello to Ryan, the owner. He does an excellent job, and so does this guy right here, the marketing and sales director. In closing, what do you feel like is the difference between Grip and the XYZ competition out there, the other energy drinks?
Okay, so our competitors, they do give you instant so-called energy, but they do it at a cost because the things that you have to put in the beverage to make it do that really aren't that good for you. So what we've done is we've cleaned it up, and basically ours takes a little bit longer to take effect, but it's a mild transition, so you don't get the heart palpitations and you don't get the crash. Plus, everything in our drink your body accepts and disposes of properly, where the others use a lot of those names and things you can't pronounce. Chances are, if you do that, it's just not going to be good for you.
I'm like that all the time, stuff I can't pronounce on these bottles, but I can pronounce everything on this one. As a matter of fact, I can tell you that on this one, where's my glasses? I do have to have my glasses. I'll read these down, see if I can do these right. Here's a test, see if Al says I pass. And this is the root beer. Right there, the Grip root beer. I love it, hot or cold. I just drink them. Only 90 calories. Total fat, 0. Saturated fat, 0. Trans fat, 0. Cholesterol, 0. Sodium, which is hard on your heart, only 20 milligrams of sodium. Only 20. Love it. Total carbs, 23. Sugars, 22, which is not a lot compared to some other energy drinks.
Right, and we use stevia as well to get the sweetness in there.
So here's the contents. There's one I may stumble on, but we'll go on these. Vitamin A, calcium, vitamin D, thiamine, niacin, folate. Did I get that one right? Folate, F-O-L-A-Te, biotin, vitamin C, iron, vitamin E, riboflavin, vitamin B6, vitamin B12, and what's that one right there, the acid?
Okay, so that's a form of like a amino acid, which is like a protein.
Yeah. Pantothenic. Is that how you say it? I don't even know how to say that one. Pantothenic. Doesn't sound right. I don't think I'm doing it right. Anyway, it's 100% of that particular, which is actually a B5 vitamin. So as it says in parentheses. So all this available again in this one drink. It's root beer flavored Grip. Again, you have lemon lime, you have pineapple, you have white grape, you have pink grapefruit, and then you have in the sugar-free flavors pink grapefruit and ultra orange.
Right.
And these are all available at Food Cities.
Correct.
And in all seriousness, we're going to West Virginia on Monday. If we get up there and somebody likes them up there, I guess you can figure out a way to start shipping.
Oh, yeah.
West Virginia, right?
I do have a guy that does like that eastern Kentucky type, like up in Louisa, Kentucky and all that. He ventures a little bit into West Virginia, so we can work something out. We can get it up there.
That's the goal, right?
Right.
We'd love to go nationwide before it's all said and done. That's the goal. So anyway, it's Grip, G-R-I-P-P. Check it out. Grip energy drink. Been watching the table over there. There's some folks over there sampling again. That's the name of the game, and you and Lexi are doing a great job. So you got them sampling the Bonham Road in Bristol and Van Zandt, Virginia right now, right?
And here in Churchill.
Here in Churchill. All right. Give me some taters.
All right.
This guy's a hustler. I'm telling you, he hustles his fanny off. He and his daughter and the rest of the staff. He is the marketing and sales director for Grip Energy Drink. Our buddy Al Biker, and we appreciate you, my friend. Can I have another one?
Sure can, always. You can, many as you want. Yeah. And everybody get to Food City and get you a grip and get a grip on the weekend.
Get a grip on a hot weekend. Good job. Here's Dale Jr. one more time on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
If you're not a race fan and I send you to Bristol, you're going to be a race fan when you leave.
The most popular track on the circuit.
Let me tell you, don't count that 88 out. He's pretty darn good.
Says goodbye to NASCAR's most popular driver.
Hell yeah!
The Bass Pro Shops NRA Night Race, August 19th. Your last chance to see Junior run the night race.
Man, this is one of the biggest wins of my career.
Why is that?
It's Bristol, baby!
And we're back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show again. It's Dale Jr.'s last stand at Bristol Motor Speedway. And again, we would encourage you to get your tickets. You get them at any Food City, of course. And again, those tickets, again, while they last. And there's, again, for the Food City 300 coming up 28 nights from tonight. There it is, again, the 25th anniversary Food City 300 ball cap. Again, they are $30 ticket for adults. Kids get in free, 12 and under, at Bristol Motor Speedway on that Friday night. They'll also get in free on the doubleheader on Wednesday. The truck race, the UNOH 200, and the Bush's Beans 150. Both of those are free for kids 12 and under. Again, adults for the Food City 300 are just $30 tickets. And then for the Bass Pro Shop NRA Night Race, the toughest ticket in NASCAR, America's Night Race. The tickets are $60 for adults, and kids' tickets are only $10 to take a kid 12 and under. Go see Dale Jr.'s last Cup race at Bristol Motor Speedway. So adult tickets are $60, kids' tickets are $10, and of course all the other great racing too. It's not just Dale Jr. It'll be Kevin Harvick and Kyle Busch and Matt Kenseth and Ryan Blaney and Kyle Larson and Danica Patrick and all the Cup Series drivers on that Saturday, August the 19th, 29 nights away. So these tickets are on sale to all Food Cities, again, at the customer service office. So we would encourage you to be a part of that. And based on the ticket sales, you have been, because it's a lot of tickets being sold for this race. We're going to have a huge crowd coming up next month at Bristol Motor Speedway. Before we get out of here, we're about to wrap this thing up. We're way over time, but it's okay. We can go as long as we want to. We're on Facebook, and we're on the website at TomTaylorSports.com. The Facebook is the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Be sure and like us and share us, and you have, and I can't thank you enough for that. It's been very, very good, and we appreciate you, again, being part of the show here today. And let's see, I want to come back right here and hit Facebook one more time, see if we got anybody else we can say hello to. Carter Davison, Janet Schneider, 4 other people I want to say hello to before we skedaddle out of here. That would be Kim Lane, Eric Buckles, Christian Snyder Rushing, let's see, Bill Patrick. So, yes, I was one of your radio wannabes. I remember you, Christian Snyder Rushing. And so you had a profound impact on my life, even though I did not go into broadcasting. I'm too old to go back into it now. Wasn't that sweet? Let's see what else she wrote. That was very kind. Thank you, Kristen. So I'd love to call in now, but I don't have any knowledge regarding sports. And so I'd love to commercial cleaning. So Kristen Snyder Rushing, thank you. Hi, Chrissy. Thank you very much. It's very kind. And so let's see. Carter Davidson checked in with us. Thank you very, very much. I'm checking the phone here right here. Kim Lane's checked in with us. Hello, Kim Lane. Eric Buckles. Ain't no fixing since they got rid of Brandon Phillips. You're exactly right. They'll trade Cozart. They should, Eric. You're exactly right talking about the Reds. And I'm telling you, you look at, let me tell you what the magic bullet's going to be. When you look at that attendance and you have a 42,000 seat stadium, that's 19,000 last night against Arizona. That won't last long. They cannot continue to operate with a ball team that's not going anywhere and nobody's coming out to watch them. We're talking about the Cincinnati Reds. And so Bob Castellini and Walt Jocketty and the folks in the Reds organization and the front office, it cannot continue. Well, how do you fix it? Well, number one, I think your manager is probably part of the problem. This guy has continued to underperform, and so we'll see. But the Reds are in a quagmire, to say the least, right now, so we'll see if they can get it turned around in Cincinnati. I don't think they can until they make some wholesale changes, and you may say, okay, if they get rid of the manager, how's that going to make the team better? Well, I don't guess there's a guarantee that it would overnight, but at least it's a start in the right direction. But I don't think he's the answer, and I don't think he's been the answer for a couple of years. So I, for one, have stopped following the Reds until they get rid of the guy. So that's just me. But I don't advocate anybody losing their job, but he gets paid pretty good money to underperform his baseball team. They're not loaded with talent, but they should be better than where they are. So anyway, we'll see. The Reds open up a series tonight against the Miami Marlins in Cincinnati. Homer Bailey on the mound for the Redlegs tonight. We're going to wrap this thing up and get ready to head to West Virginia coming up on Monday. We'll be there again at Hardee's in South Charleston. We're looking forward to being there. We will have some folks, assistant head coach Todd Goebel from the Marshall Thundering Herd scheduled to be with us. Aaron Ferguson, who played football at Kingsport Dobbins Bennett, went on to Marshall, played for the Thundering Herd, is scheduled to be with us talking about the Herd football along with Coach Goebel from Marshall. We're hoping to hook up with Anthony Lewis. Anthony's the guy who loves and knows all about the West Virginia Mountaineers. Maybe we can get him on the show. We're going to have Coach Rick Whitman from St. Albans High School. Again, they just won this spring the first ever team sport championship in the history of St. Albans High School, he told me. And that was the baseball state championship. They beat Hurricane for the state championship, and his dear friend Coach Sutphin, who used to be his assistant coach, was the coach of Hurricanes. It's kind of bittersweet. But we're going to have Coach Whitman on joining us live Monday from Hardee's. Also, we're scheduled to have some folks on from the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. We're going to check in with Mike Hedrick, who will give us a weekend recap from the racing this weekend at the Brickyard in Indianapolis, Indiana. So it's going to be a busy show. We're going to be live at Hardee's in South Charleston, West Virginia with their brand new sandwich, the Hawaiian chicken sandwich at Hardee's. We'll tell you all about that. We're also going to be promoting on Monday, not only that, but the breakfast 2 for $3.50 breakfast at Hardee's. Also the $5 big bag, the jalapeno double cheeseburger, and the brand new breakfast sandwich at Hardee's, the Cajun chicken sandwich. All that's going to be there. And we're going to be there from 11 to 1 on Monday in the hills of West Virginia. So going back home should be a lot of fun. And looking forward to broadcasting live from there. We'll be talking Tennessee sports. We'll be talking West Virginia sports on Monday, as we'll be there ready for the 563rd show of the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Again, one more time, big congratulations to Brian Nidifer of Bristol, Tennessee. We pulled his name. He is the winner of the Dollywood tickets. He won 2 one-day passes to Dollywood, as you see on the screen. If you didn't win, don't worry. New contest starts on Monday. And Monday we'll crank it up and get you ready to go for tickets to go to the world's fastest half mile, the Food City 300, and also tickets to the UNOH 200 and the Bush's Beans 150, the doubleheader on Wednesday, August the 16th. And tickets to the Food City 300 on Friday night, August the 18th. We will give away multiple pairs of tickets, not just one winner. We're going to have multiple winners, and so you'll have even a better chance to win tickets because you have more than one chance to win tickets because we're giving away more than one pair. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We'll start that on Monday. We're live in West Virginia with Hardee's and looking forward to being there again at Penny's store. Penny's the store manager at Hardee's in South Charleston. Again, our guest today, we've got a bunch of them. Ron Ray, again, appreciate him with that big girls softball tournament going on all weekend long in the Johnson City. It's based in Johnson City, but it's also in Bristol and also across Washington County, using a lot of fields. Thanks to him. Pat Patterson joined us from Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the Performance Racing Network. Thank you again to Pat Patterson. Also Bill Patrick from the Kingsport Speedway, racing tonight at the Concrete Jungle, right beside Sullivan North off of John B. Dennis Highway in Kingsport. Josh Lawson with the Kingsport Mets, thank you, my friend. Doing a great job promoting the Appalachian League Ball Club of the New York Mets, the Kingsport Mets, back in town starting a homestand on Monday. Also thanks to Dave Martin, again from WLW Radio in Cincinnati. Jason Horton and Jane from right here at Food City, where the Midnight Madness sale continues. I believe I got them all. Also, Steve Kramer stopped by. Kind of a cameo visit from Steve, longtime friend and a great ambassador to sports. His father was Roy Kramer, the former commissioner of the Southeastern Conference, who created the SEC championship game that made fun of him and said, hey, it's not going to work. Voila, look at it now. It's one of the biggest things going is the SEC football championship every year. And so thanks to Steve stopping by. I believe we got them all covered. And Al Biker, of course, from Grip Energy Drink, our title sponsor of the show. One more time, here's some specials, and they continue to come in here and go out here with buggies full of goodies on the Midnight Madness sale. Again, the Coca-Cola products, 24-pack, 12-ounce cans, 2 for $10. So in essence, you get 48 cans of pop for $10. It's a great deal. Bakery Fresh Angel Food Cake, 14-ounce cake for $2.99. Boneless pork loin here at Food City, at all Food Cities for $1.99 a pound through midnight tonight. Tyson Chicken, frozen Tyson Chicken, limit 4 for $3.99. Yoo-Hoo chocolate drink at all Food Cities. 12-pack of 11-ounce cans, limit 4 for $2.99. Bath tissue, Scott Bath Extra, Bath tissue extra soft, 12 big rolls, or Scott paper towels, 6 regular rolls for $3.99, limit 2. Also, Pepperidge Farm Goldfish. They've got a buck a box, 10 for 10. Also at Food City through midnight tonight, it is the hamburger or hot dog Nature's Own butter buns, limit 4 for $1.49 a package. Also Rich Chips, limit 4 for, hey Ronnie, limit 4 for $1.99. Also Sylvania light bulbs, 4-pack for $2.99, limit 4. Also Suave shampoo, selected varieties, conditioner or shampoo, a 12-ounce bottle for 69 cents, limit 4. Fab laundry detergent, a 50-ounce bottle for $1.99. Chips Deluxe cookies, Keebler's Chips Deluxe cookies for $1.99 per bag for a limit of 4. Also Tennessee Pride mild sausage patties, mild sausage patties, 30 to a box, $4.99. Again at your local Food City. Red Baron Pizza, frozen selected varieties, limit 4 for $2.99. All this while supplies last. And don't forget, today and today only at all Food Cities, it is a back-to-school sale. Save 50% off, filling a specially marked bag with select school supplies and get 50% off the entire bag with your Food City value card. And oh, by the way, gas down here in Church Hills, hello kids, at $1.87 a gallon. So you can do the math with 15 cents off, even more when you accrue 150 points of shopping. You can do the math. It's an incredible savings. So gas very, very cheap here in Tennessee. Regular unleaded here at Food City in Churchill at $1.87 a gallon. So great place to live too. No state income tax. Good place to live and raise a family and work and play and here in the hills of East Tennessee. We are out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. Thanks to Jason Horton and all the folks made us feel like $1 million down here. We will come back to this store soon. We love it. Also thanks to Al Biker and Lexi from Grip Energy Drink out here in the lobby. Again, sampling drinks of Grip Energy Drink. We're out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. Have yourself a good weekend. Monday, we're rejoining you from the hills of Almost Heaven, West Virginia. We'll be at Hardee's in South Charleston, broadcasting live there on Monday on show number 563. Have a great weekend. Until then, as always, we'll tell you, win or lose, be a good sport. And so long from Food City in Churchill on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, brought to you by Grip Energy Drink, show number 563. Until Monday, so long, everybody.